to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10. Rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Holy, look at all this damage!
Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Now it's left to me to deal with him. You can't.
If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
But for now, we're going to look at a slightly different system that doesn't just affect the moment of death, but the moments before death, something that makes combat more grounded.
It's just so good.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. Very excited to be here for today's session of the Tales of Evrand. Let's go ahead and roll the intro and dive in.
I'd like to welcome you to the world of Evrand.
The Seekers of Insanity.
I told you to leave me alone. I could do this.
I wanted us to live and I wanted him dead.
I am so happy to see you.
Every party needs a pooper.
Yeah, raise the blade!
John, are you having fun?
I would like to welcome.
Hey there, everybody. We're back.
There's no eradicate cops.
So, let's go ahead and dive right in. Take it away, John.
Welcome back to the Tales of Evrand. I just felt like I needed to do that.
The drama. Oh my goodness. Last week.
Before we dive into the session, but as we always do every week, someone reads summary, and always every week now it is Joe. So Joe, please take us in.
Yo-ho, yo-ho. A pirate's life for me. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So, picking up where we last left off, Book 9, Chapter 5, Beneath stormy seas. As we sail forward, we spot the ruins of a ship, clearly destroyed by some type of creature. Not cannon fire. Intrigued, Yrsa notices a light in the water and dives to investigate the source. She wild shapes into a shark and swims deeper into the ocean, only to be grabbed by a creature, something slimy and covered in corruption. It's a yucky sentence. The creature attempts to intimidate her, and Yrsa notices the mark of the Demogorgon. Fortunately, she manages to escape and make it back to the ship. Gideon and Yrsa reflect on the encounter and suspect that the creature might be Zaltrex, the mother of all Krakens. We continue our journey east towards Rainbow Isle. After passing through a storm, we are attacked by Sahagwin, several Kraken priests, a small Kraken, and Zaltrex herself. We manage to fend off the smaller creatures, and as the final priest dies from a very well-placed ice knife from Gak, totally of Gak's own knowledge, Zaltrex retreats, attacking us no further. Yrsa proposes that perhaps Zaltrex doesn't wish to be a servant of the Demogorgon and could potentially still be saved, though she is reluctant to put anyone in danger as she has before. After the fighting and discussing of our options, the party heads to bed, while Yrsa stays up, reflecting on the trapped Kraken and feeling helpless to save this corrupted mother. That's where we left off.
That was wonderful. That was very, very wonderful. So, diving back into the game.
Wasn't a ship approaching us at the very end?
That is correct.
And also, there was a ship approaching us at the very end.
Sorry, Joe, you were hella delayed there. I apologize. I didn't realize you said that. My bad, dude.
Thanks, Ryan. No, it's okay.
Discord.
The internet's being kind of weird too. Yeah, it's on me.
Yeah, it's weird that you're perfectly in sync now, but.
So, diving back into the game. This is way louder than I thought it was going to be. Hold on, let me turn it down. All right. Wouldn't be Evrand if we didn't start off with just absolutely not being able to start off. So, as all of you stand on the deck of the ship, it is the morning, early morning. Was it early morning? Shit. Afternoon. I believe so. You came out of the storm and fought. No, it's morning. God. Man, this is great. You see a ship in the distance. Light blue paint with some gold trimming and a flag that flies above. It is a long rectangle. All right, you can fucking chill out. Fucking music. A long rectangle, either side, a dark blue and a single white stripe that cuts it in two with what looks to be a siren or a mermaid. You see this flag approaching you. It's a couple 100 feet away. You can tell that this is a galleon. There are 3 tiers. There are 2 rows of cannons. And as you start to see it, you can see on the side that it has the tag of the Siren's Call. Is there anything for the ship is to get to you the party would like to do?
Well, this is Dio's girlfriend's ship, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope. You've never seen this flag
Brienne will turn around from the poop deck towards Dio and say, Dio, do you recognize that flag? We're in the
No.
West. We can see it from here.
Okay. It looks free folk though.
So what's our best course of action here?
I think that. No, go ahead, Gak.
Oh, I was just gonna remind everyone not to say pirate because they don't like that.
Yes. I think our best course of action would be to just take everything slow. They are armed with many, many cannons, and they will sink us if we make a bad move. I doesn't look like they are being aggressive. Just want to talk, maybe? They're not trying to cut us off, which is why I'm making that assumption.
All right.
All right, Rien, can you pull up the front sail? We'll give a little bit less wind to us and make us go a little slower, showing that we're agreeing to their terms.
Aye, aye. Till run over.
Gak, Gideon. Actually, Gideon, you have mind powers. Go over to the anchor. Get ready to drop it.
Just call my magic mind powers.
Dio looks at you as the immediate response. Very cool magic.
That you use with your mind.
That you... Exactly.
He's calling you smart, Gideon.
He leans over to Gak. Why? Why is it everything I say? Everything.
You know...
All right. Enid,
Yeah.
can you take this spyglass and go up to the crow's nest and just call down if you see anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, everything's out of the ordinary for me, but yes. Just gonna climb up.
Throws it twice, apparently.
Thank you. He had 2. 1, 2. For both eyes. That's so dumb. Okay, let's just go.
Doesn't Dio have an eye patch?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go up. Alright, what do I see?
Yeah. So as you look forward, you see many crew on the top deck. The ship itself, the Science Call, is about 250 feet away from you. Maybe 300. It's a little bit further. You do see an amalgamation of individuals on the front deck that you can't fully see right now because of how far they are, but you're getting just at least on the top deck that there are about 14 individuals that are working the masts and look like they're hunkering things down, and kind of you see another individual as you look up. You see a tabaxi on the crow's nest, dark jet black hair that almost exactly when you look up, their spyglass looks at you. So you can see that they're also looking at you. And on the helm, you see a red-skinned tiefling with long, curled back horns with a captain's coat of blue and yellow and frilly white tunic that kind of is flowing in the wind as she has this large hat on as she is at the helm.
Okay.
And it seems next to her, she has a navigator of some sorts, a turtle.
Oh, hell yeah. Love Tortle. She's also, after like taking all that in, she's gonna look for any signs of the Demogorgon, as well as the moon ring, because she knows that's with the free people. Maybe not these free people, but she knows it's hanging around there. So does she spy any of that?
The ring, unfortunately, you're way too far, even with the spyglass, to be able to ascertain jewelry on people.
I squint my eyes.
That makes it worse.
Okay.
Squinting your eyes does not make your vision better.
Unfortunate. Okay.
What was the other question? I'm sorry.
Any signs of the Oregon, like on anybody or the boat?
No. From this angle, you can't see anything that looks. You don't see any magic, honestly, right now.
Okay.
But they are getting closer and closer as Dio yells out, "Basil, Ursa, can you pull up the middle sail?"
How do I do that again? Do I just...
It's that right. Nope, the one to your left. No, the other left. That one. Yes. All right, start pulling that one.
Pulling.
Also, was there anything out of the ordinary I needed to tell people, or did everything seem ordinary?
Everything seemed ordinary. I will say the way that the people are dressed, they look like their clothes are very worn. It looks like it's odd. Their clothes look very worn, but their clothes look well made and almost expensive in a way.
Wouldn't Eden, I can't even speak, Enid know that pirates steal clothes from people?
Yeah.
I mean, she'll say that to Gak and Dio so they know, but I think she's assuming this is just what pirates do.
Yeah, I will say they don't look like they're wearing anything from Siri, and anything that it looks like they're wearing from Siri has been fitted to being on the open ocean and to always be worn on sea. So they are wearing an amalgamation of different types of clothing from different places.
Okay, yeah, she'll let them know, everybody know, and keep an eye out.
Gideon's gonna approach Rayanne before the ship gets to us. If things go south, I think I can disable their ship without taking any lives. Just give me a signal if you want me to do that.
Okay. All right. Hopefully they just want to chat, like Dio said.
Yes.
Rian, start pulling up the mainsail.
All right. Aye, aye.
The ship is about 100 feet away, and Enid, as you are looking, you can see that the tabaxi on the top starts to place a flag right beneath their main sail. The flag looks to be white.
That means peace, right? Still in this world.
Yes. You do, yeah, you do hear peace or surrender, but because you're not in combat, you assume it's meaning peace. And you do hear from the bottom where Dio is, that's a good sign! That's a good sign!
Do we have one of those? Do we even have a flag?
You look up top, and you do see that there's like a wooden box that is closed and attached to the top.
Do I find
that
a flag in it?
You do. You find two. You find a red and a white.
Perfect. Very Sea of Thieves. All right, she will hook on the white one underneath our.
Okay.
Do we have like a flag with a symbol on it or no flag? Okay, white flag.
No.
All by ourselves, white flag.
Actually, no, you would. You
one.
would. You would have a Siri flag because it was a
cool.
ship made in Siri.
Oh, all right.
Should I take it down?
It's too late now.
I will say this. I will say this because we really didn't think about it. When you saw the ship to begin with, you can say if you wanted to take it down or not.
I mean,
it's not the Citron Trading Company, but it is a
we don't
Citron flag.
represent Siri, you know.
Yeah.
We're the.
Or you guys could have taken it down at the beginning. You would have that flag on you because it was a ship in port. But if you haven't been flying it the whole time, you can say that and totally fine.
Okay.
Can I
Probably right.
Can I be completely honest?
Yeah.
If it was pointed out that we had a flag and that it was a Citron flag, I think Gak would have immediately turned to the group and been like, "So are we going to make our own flag?"
Okay. So we can say that the flag's been taken down and Gak and whoever wants to work on it has been working on it. It's not finished yet, but it's down there.
All right, cool. All right, well,
Cool. Hell yeah.
for now, only white flag up.
All
right. Hold on, I wonder if I have it in here. Hold on. Just because I know I have a picture of it, I want to show the Siri flag.
So, just because we would have covered it before, but our cover story is just that we sailed out of Ashran heading to Rainbow Isle in search of treasures, right? We're just adventurers.
Yeah, we're just adventuring.
Okay.
To see what we can find.
All
Oh, that's a pretty flag.
Oh wow.
Siri's
I
pretty cool.
had this commissioned in the first Evrand campaign. That's how old this is.
Hell yeah, there you
It's
go.
cute. It is
But yeah, it's like a phoenix above a sun because they call themselves this. I forget what the fuck they call themselves. It's like the sun of the world or some shit. So old.
The Rising Sun? No.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, is there anything else you have minutes before this other ship is there? Is there anything else you want to prepare or do before you are stopped?
Mage armor.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna link us psionically with my psionic whispers, but I don't think I can include everybody. And I might want to choose Dio as well to add to that. I think I can add 4. Let me look. So sorry. I don't know why I didn't start at the front. I know where it is. Okay. Psionic.
Mentally, Kayla is not here, so you can.
That's true.
You
So
can
not
include
Yursa. Yeah, that's very convenient. Thank you,
Look
Kayla.
at all the fish.
Nah, she's in the water. I'm swimming.
Yeah, I'm swimming.
I don't think you guys want to put Ursa back in the water.
No.
I'm just
Probably
gonna point
not.
that out.
What the?
What's
I
that
was
light
doing
right there?
actions, but now I
But-
can't break
Whoa.
actions.
Ursa is a moth, after all.
Yeah.
Flock to the light.
While Felicity's looking, I don't think that, I don't know, just as a show of force, Gideon could have his dragon summon just chilling on the deck.
Oh damn.
Do you want to?
I'm asking the party, or is that too much?
I don't think it's
They
too
outnumber
much.
us.
I don't think it's too much. I think that it's a good call. You know, because it's not like you're like, hey, watch yourself. It's just like, hey, this is our dragon.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
like it's
yeah,
not
like-
saying it over to that ship. It would literally just be like curled up, almost like a dog sleeping, just like, but it's there.
I will
It's our
point this
pet.
out. I
Oh.
will point this out. The dragon hasn't been out the whole time, and they definitely
Oh.
can see you right now. Up to
Okay.
you.
So I could choose 5, and if I want to add Dio, who feels like they're not gonna be spearheading the conversation that much?
Ursa.
Well, yeah, Ursa, but I can't include one more person.
Oh my bad.
Is the 5 including you, or is it 5 other people?
Choose up to 5 creatures you can see. So.
Yeah, so that's 6 total then. It's you, and then you
Well-
choose 5.
Oh,
right?
you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus Dio 5. Okay, perfect. All
So
of
everyone
us.
but
Woo.
Ursa.
Yeah, everyone but Ursa. Perfect. Thank you, Nick. I was like
Yeah.
doing the
I mean,
math.
Ryan,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
could
what's
have
up?
Gideon go below deck like he's searching for something and then come back up with the dragon as if your dragon was just sleeping downstairs this whole time.
Is he big
Nah.
enough to fit, or small enough? That's the word.
I think it'd be fun, but it's probably not necessary because, like I said, I have a plan to actually dismantle their ship should they choose to
Fair,
be
fair.
violent, and it doesn't really involve the dragon. So if
Sick.
they're gonna make a move, let them make a move.
You can always
They'll
bring the
regret it.
dragon out afterwards.
True.
All right. Cool. Well, I guess Rianne will stand, I suppose, near where the gangplank would go, just because that's probably where we're going to be talking.
Yeah, the ship does have a section. If you, I mean, honestly, you gotta look at the image. There's a section where there's like a divot down where gangplanks usually could be sit. So, okay.
Yeah, Rianne will just.
We are mind link for
Gideon
9
will
hours.
come to your side, Rianne, so you're not alone.
All right. Yep.
Dio just says, "All right, everyone, remember." Wait. Everyone in his.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does it only go back to you, Enid, or is it to everyone?
Yeah, but she'll tell everybody. It's okay.
I
I'll
feel like you
be
just need to. I just
telephone.
think. I feel like you guys. What are you, level 13?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
We
just gonna
can-
go to everyone. That's just
That's
annoying.
fine. Yeah, I think it technically goes to me, but
Everyone can talk amongst themselves, and
Yay!
we'll just say that
yeah,
you're
just
high enough
say
level.
the chosen creatures.
Whoa,
can
Enid, when
telepathically
did
with
you get this? Have you always been able to do it, where we can just talk?
Remember, everyone, do not use the word pirate. Whatever
Alright.
you do,
Okay.
even though it is
Have
pretty
the
cool
urge
and
to.
they are pirates.
I won't.
At
Alright.
least don't say it out
Thinking
loud.
about
Okay.
Okay. So, eventually, the sails are pulled up. The ship starts to slowly come to a very slow movement as as Dio says, "Gideon, if you could lower the anchor." It's just telekinesis.
Yep.
Yeah, it just gets thrown over. One of the individuals on the ship, the ship is literally pulling up to you right now. They notice that, and you see it is a blue-skinned, looks humanoid, with very jet white hair and a tunic that has no midriff. It's very open. It's very, all of their garments are very flowy, and you can see that they have a lute on their back, and they look towards you and go.
And Gideon will
As-
tip his hat.
The ship, you hear the captain on the other side, "Lower the anchor," as you see the turtle walks over and with what looks like a dwarf kind of pick up the anchor and throw it over. And the ship comes to a halt. Eventually, as the two ships rest next to each other, kind of bobbing in the water, you see the gangplank get brought to the side of their ship, but it has not been thrown over. As you see the tiefling woman who was up at the top of the helm, she says out, "May we have permission to board your vessel?"
Gak, in the mind thing to Enid, he'd be like,
That's something a vampire would say, right?
I think
hopefully
they're
they're
just
not
trying to be
vampires.
kind.
Wait, are they vampires?
What?
Okay.
No,
watch
it's
what
sunny
them
outside. Stop,
If they're
everyone.
vampires, we can kill them. We killed what's his butt like literally months ago.
Sorry.
We should probably answer them.
Let 3 or 4 of them come over.
Jack, go ahead.
Ow. Sorry, I just got this killer migraine for some reason.
Oh, that's okay. My buddy has a migraine. Yeah, I mean, how many of you?
Three. I will bring over 3.
Yeah, 3 works. Come on over.
She looks towards the blue-skinned individual and then looks towards another individual that has dark purple and white streaked hair. This individual is human and has daggers all throughout her jacket on either sides, and underneath Enid you can see there are about 4 daggers underneath the jacket on either side, and she does have a specific belt that you know of, belt of returning, the ability to throw a dagger and it comes straight back to her.
She's
Looks
good at
like she might have the same.
self-recruit.
Yeah, she definitely
She's
has
a
the same wheel
copycat?
set, basically. Just not as cool.
Not, yeah, she can't do psionic ones, to my knowledge, at this point. So,
So-
they're all mind linked too. It's cool. It's fine.
She walks over, and the gangplank is lowered down by the turtle, and you hear the turtle go, "Up, there you go, Captain." As the captain walks up, you see this red-skinned tiefling. "Hello, my name is Captain Amelia Mori, Captain and Commodore of the Siren's Call and the Siren's Fleet." And you see this individual. "This is my quartermaster, Tempesto, and my deckhand, Gemma." Yeah. Just for clarity, Gemma's Jacqueline's character from the Pirate Campaign.
Oh.
I was like, what?
You're just a really big fan of Gemma, which I understand.
It's Gemma Turner, but I wasn't gonna say that. And she kind of walks down. "I am here on official business of the Free Folk and the ports around the archipelago. As you probably know, as you are traveling into our waters, we are very protective of our people, protective of our ways, and we have a couple of questions for you if you would answer them. I'm charged with the defense and making sure that the ships that come through our waters are in the right."
Oh, yeah, of course. And how could I be so rude? I am Gak. I'm the captain of this ship, alongside my best friend Theo, and my other best friends, and all my family.
"It is nice to meet you, Captain Gak and family. This should not take long, and hopefully there will not be any quarrels. It does not seem as though you were flying any flags, so we were not able to ascertain where you were coming from. If you would mind asking me why, or telling me why,
Oh,
where you're coming from."
Yeah, we're working on our own flag right now. This is we recently got a new boat, so we want to make it our own, and we're working on a new flag. But and Gak just kind of like looks at the group and smiles, but you can see he looks at Rian and kind of squints for a second, and then turns around and he's like, "Yeah, so we came from Ashran, and we're just heading over here to explore. We're gonna go to the Rainbow Isle and see what they got there.
The
We're
Rainbow
just
Isle?
adventurers." Yeah.
All right, that poses many other questions.
Oh.
One, you said you're from Ashran, which means you're from Siri.
Some
Why
of us
is a
originally
vessel from
Syria.
Siri heading into the archipelago, and why specifically the Rainbow Isle?
I can answer that. I'm from Siri, from a small village called Nubai, outside of Udhas. We're adventurers, and I know this might sound silly, but we're looking for artifacts, treasure, things to build up our name, you know. And we've heard some outrageous tales about the Rainbow Isle, and maybe an artifact or two that could be found to aid our adventures.
And of all the different places in the archipelago, Rainbow Isle has the prettiest name, so we thought we might as well start there.
Well, it is indeed one of the prettiest places in the archipelago. Many people do not go there for sake of death. But if you're headed to the Rainbow Isle, it is not my job to figure out exactly what you're searching for. As you know, all of us are searching for gold and treasure, searching for our own ways to live. Do you have affiliation with the government of Siri?
No affiliation. That's just where we headed out from.
Right. Well, if you wouldn't mind holding on for just a second. And you see that...
suspicious of us? Like, in a bad way and not just a cautious way?
Yeah, same thing.
No, I would say no insight check needed. She's not suspicious, specifically on what you guys have said so far. It is definitely a cautious thing. She's doing her due diligence and making sure she's making sure that letting you guys in is the right choice. And you see that she looks around. You do see her eyes flash this bright jade green, and she looks around. I must ask. No paint. Bare wood. No flag. How did you acquire this ship?
Like I said, it's brand new, so we're just trying to make it our own, and it's a process, but we didn't want to wait around and do it. We wanted to do it as we were heading out, because we like to just get stuff done, so we're doing it on the road.
A Citron noble vessel must have cost quite a bit of gold.
It sure did. We worked really hard to save up and purchase this baby. And a good bargain, if you catch what I mean.
We've had a lot of successful adventures in Valomine, and coming back to go to the archipelago, using the vast wealth of knowledge and, well, having the gold doesn't hurt either. We were able to acquire the ship that way.
One of you make a deception check with advantage.
That's me, baby. I got them. Unless you feel very strongly about it, Joe.
No, go for it. Minus +4. You're good.
I got this, baby. Let's go.
Dio does say in the minds of
fuck.
everyone. Wait, should we tell them that we stole it?
22.
He stops himself. Okay. Oh, he realizes Yursa's not on the thing.
Yeah. She's not in the mind link.
They might actually really enjoy that we did that. But 22.
So yeah, hard work really pays off. Got a nice boat out of it. Not as nice as your guys's though. Man, would love to know how you got that one.
We stole it.
What? Awesome.
Wonderful. No qualms with that.
Nope.
You hear just a little bit of laughter from behind from some of the crewmates as they realize that everyone was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, we'll probably steal our next boat. You know.
Yeah, a bigger
It's cool
boat.
to do that, yeah.
But we would not
looking to the
steal
fleet.
a ship. We would not.
Of course.
He's like side-eyeing to yours and back.
She's zoned
course.
out. She's looking at the fishes.
I'm swimming.
I'm swimming.
No, you don't.
As she is, you see that she goes to open her mouth to say another sentence, and Tempesto says, not to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems like one of the vessels on the eastern side needs our assistance. Very well. Well, those are all my questions. I will lead you all into the waters, and then I will leave all of you to your own devices. There are many ports throughout the archipelago. Just make sure you keep your gold safe.
Thank you. That's great advice.
Very well. Have a very good trip to the Rainbow Isle, and may your trip be safe and your negotiations pleasant.
You as well.
And you see that she turns around, walks off. Tempesto just, bye, walks off.
Bye.
Gemma looks towards Enid. Nice. And
Yours too.
walks off. Thanks. And walks off and... All right, get the gangplank up. And you see the turtle pulls the gangplank up with the dwarf. That was Alex's character. Tonadello. That's his name.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
The gangplank is pulled up. The anchor is on the Siren's Call, pulled up, and you see that the captain kind of looks towards Gak and looks towards Dio to give the signal that they are heading out. Dio goes, Gideon, could you please pull the anchor up? Thank you.
I love the stank you always give Dio.
Yeah, it's like I stabbed him or something.
I know.
Gak's just
Dio,
standing there with doing a salute to them.
the captain does salute, and then as you just hold the salute, she's like,
I think we properly perplexed them.
the Siren's Call takes off and starts to barrel around the ship, and almost like it's leading you. Dio calls out orders for the sails to be lowered on both fronts, the middle and main, and the, what was it called? The Wave Dancer? Was that your ship?
Yeah.
Takes off behind the Siren's Call. So, you are all led into the archipelago, and you have officially... Where's my... Made it into the Ashparan archipelago. Gak, do you have the map that I gave you? Or that we procured?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere. Maybe Gideon has it, or it could be in my bag.
Well, please find it.
Gak, as he just walks down into his room. And yeah, he'll come back with it.
Okay. The ship starts sailing straight, and Dio says, "Everyone, if you could, to the captain's quarters. Let's track our next, track where we're going to head." So he pulls the map out, unravels it onto the large table in the captain's quarters. Unfortunately, this is Gideon's room, so you kind of lose a little bit of your privacy for now. And Dio says, "All right, so we'll have to sail past the bitter bastard, the savage lands in Mount Evenrose. I think we'll have about almost 2 days worth of travel before we hit the Rainbow Isle. However, between the chasm and Mount Evenrose, there is quite a bit of shallows and coral reefs. as you can see here, and he marks on the map, you can see that there are shaded in areas and kind of colored in. That specifically in this area, it is very shallow and can damage a ship very easily. On top of that, we will have to look out for. There are tribes in the Savage Lands that will attack ships, so we want to stay as close to Mount Ebenrose as possible when we are heading through that strait.
Well, is it possible to avoid that if we just go around?
Yes, this is exactly why we're talking about where we're navigating to. So we could go around the Bitter Bastard and around the eastern side of Mount Ebenrose and cut down south to the Rainbow Isle. It will take significantly more time, probably a day and a half more, but we will be traversing away from the dangers that are ahead of us. Those are the most efficient two ways that I know of.
Well, easy longer or shorter faster? I mean, shorter harder. I hate myself too, guys. It's all good.
I'm not worried about our ability to handle people. But do we want to even deal with it, you know?
I'd rather risk dealing with a tribe of angry people rather than giving the Kraken another day and a half to go at us.
I agree.
Well,
good.
True.
if I may, if we stay close to the islands, it will be too shallow for a creature that large to follow us into.
Yeah, I think that's actually a great point, Gideon.
Dale looks towards the Enid.
Thank you, Enid. I was proud of it too.
He brought it up first, Dio. You can't take credit when you didn't say it.
Stop reading my mind.
We're still psionic linked, Dio.
I forgot.
We know.
All right, so
It's decided then.
faster route.
Yeah. All right. Who is going to be navigating?
Is that the person who reads the map or looks through this eyeglass thing?
Well, it's going to be a little bit of both. Quite honestly, when we get to the shallows, we'll need at least 2 people on each side, port and starboard, to make sure that we're not running into things. And 1 person in the crow's nest to also make sure that in front of us, we are not running into things. I'll need someone up at the helm.
I have pretty good vision, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say Yrsa and Enid are Enid, oh my god, I'm gonna literally off myself. And Basil are really good at perceiving things. They catch stuff all the time. Maybe they should be the ones keeping a lookout.
All right.
Ursa seems a little out of it. Maybe Gak should do it instead.
Well, Gak's our captain, so I didn't know if he was doing other things. But yes,
I can be at the helm.
maybe
If you want to.
Yrsa can be rolled by somebody else for perception checks.
Also, Yrsa, I'm pretty sure Yrsa and I are the same amount of good at perceiving things. And I think Basil's technically a little bit better at us than perceiving things, but I'm better at perceiving things when I'm not trying to.
Right.
Thanks, Gak.
So then it sounds
Just
like
something I noticed.
Sounds like we can let Yrsa continue to look at fishies while the 2 of you perceive.
Well, I thought Gak wanted to be at the helm.
All right, Yrsa. All right, I can roll for.
All right, some combination of those 3 are going to do it.
No, Yrsa, not back in the water.
Anyone ask
How
Yrsa a
involved
question?
Yrsa is and isn't even here.
Yrsa, you okay? It's like she's here.
It's like having Kayla right here. You know?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Gak, you'll be at the helm. I could help navigate, or Gideon, you could help navigate. Basil and Yrsa will be port and starboard side to be looking at the reefs to make sure we do not hit. Enid, I assume you're going to be at the crow's nest.
what do I do up there if that's a better perceiving spot, you know? Should I handle the, you know?
Well, you're going to be looking in front of the ship to
Oh.
tell us the obstacles that we may run into to avoid. Do you not feel comfortable?
Oh, I can do that, actually. My perception's actually not shit. Okay, yeah, yes, aye.
Brienne, I guess you and I will be working the sails. All right. Puts his hand out. Go team.
Yeah.
Woo.
Come on, Gideon.
You don't have to touch the hands, they just gotta be.
Yep. I'm aware.
Go team.
Go.
Seekers of Insania! Arr, okay, I'm climbing up.
Dio
Imagine
looks over to
Gideon,
Gak
put
and
the
goes.
hand underneath.
Dio goes over to Gak and goes. Am I part of it?
You're a part.
That was very hurtful, Gak. I understand.
Is that not better than not being part of it?
It's a little bit more rude.
You think so?
A little.
I'm so sorry. Then you're not
Go to the
part
helm.
of it at all.
Go to.
And you never will be, so don't worry about it.
Wow.
That's way more rude.
What? You just said.
Just go to the helm.
I can't figure out what's going on with you.
Just
Dio.
go to the
Gak
helm.
turns around and goes to the.
Dio takes the front sail to be as far away from Gak as possible. Okay.
We're fighting.
So.
Who'd you tell that to?
Gak
Oh,
just
in
said
our
it's
mind
Chip.
link? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
No, Gak said it to Chip.
We're fighting.
So on the first day of travel, there are no rolls needed, as you sail specifically into the archipelago, into the strait. As you pass by the Bitter Bastard, you can feel this abnormal cold coming from the island as it kind of blowing this almost like icy, chilled air and water towards you. You do know from the map of Evrand that the Bitter Bastard is the closest to the Everfrost out of any of the islands, so it seems that that is pouring into here. As you pass, getting close to Mount Ebonrose, as night starts to take over, you can see the volcano that is on the verge of eruption, but not quite, as you can see this slight orange glow from Mount Ebonrose in the distance. And in the Savage Lands, you can see very small firelights throughout the forest closest to the beach that you're going to be near. However, dusk settles, and is there anything you guys want to do on this first night? And I don't know if you need a long rest, but you can hit the long rest button.
Oh, actually, I do because of the psionic ability. One thing I just thought of right now that I think would be really fun. I don't know if anyone had strong opinions about our flag, but I figured there would definitely be flowers on it and maybe some like magic-y swirls and things. But since Enid knows thieves can't, and we're dealing with free folk who probably know thieves can't, she would like to kind of, without like telling everybody this is what she's doing, because she's not sure if everyone wants thieves can't on her flag, but she wants to arrange the flowers and the swirls in the shape of whatever thieves can't symbol means, like friend.
Okay.
Dig
What's
it.
the word in Lord of the Rings? That's what it says across.
Oh, cool.
Melon.
Yep.
Melon?
Melon.
Melon. It's not the same
we
thing.
put a watermelon right on the front. I love
It
Oh.
says melon.
That's the
big
symbol
bold
in the.
letters.
Yeah, melon, and then there's a watermelon above it. Just
Why-
looks like the
why
Fruit
did you
Ninja
want a
logo.
watermelon on the flag.
Melon.
Is that Gideon asking Enid?
Yeah, just joking. Yeah, that doesn't have to be a canon question.
Feel like it's just gonna give off the right vibes. Just trust me here.
I mean, putting the word friend is pretty good.
Huh?
Oh.
You fuck everything up, Dio. Rihanna
Nothing.
She's gonna whisper to Dio. I just don't know if they would like thieves' cant on the flag. Some people are a little, don't love all that stuff,
It's
But
okay.
Basil
You
would
can
mind.
just figure out what language all of them do not know and say it is that language.
Do you think anyone knows?
Demonic? I don't know. What do we not know? No, I bet
Sylvan,
no one knows
maybe?
gnome, right? Sorry, what'd you say, Rachel?
I was saying like Sylvan. I don't know how common that would be.
There's
Every
3
elf.
people that speak Sylvan
Wait,
in this
and what
party.
is it? Is it Celestial? Which one am I thinking that?
Gideon knows
It's like-
Celestial.
So does
Super-
Rianne. I'm thinking gnomish. Anyone got
I
gnomish?
know Gnomish. I know
Damn it.
Gnomish.
You could pick giant and Gak couldn't read it.
That's true. I'll just say that. There we go.
Rian
Gak's
can
learning
read
his
giant.
letters.
I am learning.
Oh yeah, he's a rude fighter. That's right, on Rune Knight. What about Orc?
It just looks nice, okay, guys? That's it.
I just asked why it's a watermelon. I don't know why
liked
everyone's
it,
so
Gideon.
upset.
I don't know. I'm gonna go downstairs now. Good night.
Melon.
Gag, I didn't know you speak
feel-
Elvish.
It was a weird.
I was just hearing other people say it.
Oh, okay.
Melon.
No, that's just the common word, melon.
Melon. Melon.
You don't have to say it in a different way. It's just the word melon.
Well, you have to. Am I not supposed to use an accent?
I mean, you can if you want.
I was just trying to copy what Rian was saying.
You know what? I'm still mad at you.
Melon.
He walks up.
Well, that was
Is there
good of
anything-
him. He says to Gak.
You know, sometimes people bicker.
I suppose.
true.
Must mean they just
You
are
see-
out of the honeymoon
Not
phase
me.
now.
you guys see Gak is just kind of like staring towards Dio, looking like a little bittersweet, like wistfully.
I'm gonna walk away now.
Ria's laugh. It was the most worst thing. I'm so sorry. It was just.
You have to giggles this session.
Day 2.
That's every session.
True.
Yeah, day 2. Hit the long rest button.
Hit that thing.
Yay.
You wake up the next morning.
To
That's
ash
good.
and dust.
It was night. Now it's daytime again.
As it tends to be, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
That's what God said when He was creating the world.
All right.
We're in our Genesis arc. That's cool. My
So-
favorite book.
My favorite book.
Where
I
is
like
it at?
Hitchhiker's Guide.
That's a close second.
Genesis, Exodus, Hitchhiker's Guide.
I just start and finish. You don't need the middle parts.
Where is everyone?
Over here.
Is Dio just
Good
like on the
morning.
deck, just
Yeah,
yelling,
Dio's
"Where
like,
is everyone?"
yeah. Everyone comes up at their own time. Dio is definitely a morning person. As everyone gets
Rachel's a
up,
morning person, so she would have been up there too.
And it's
as there, yeah, that's who he's talking about.
It's like noon. Good morning, everyone.
In it, we've hit like 3 coral reefs.
I thought there were people in charge of perceiving.
You were in charge of making sure we didn't hit them.
Okay, well, I'm here now.
I'm just
I
kidding.
also cannot see underwater, so anything that happens below, I cannot perceive, Dio.
He looks over the side. Good thing the water is crystal clear.
All right, I'm going up to the nest.
Basil, do you just not want to look at it? I feel like you haven't checked. You just said you couldn't do it, and you didn't try.
Everyone to their stations, please.
Guys, we gotta stop fighting.
We're not fighting, Gak.
We gotta get this boat. Oh, we're not fighting?
What, do you think that we are?
Gak,
I
I
don't
think
know,
you're the
like-
only one who's fighting.
I guess we'll see. Basil, stay out of this.
Don't talk to her that way.
Yeah, don't talk to me that way.
Yeah, don't talk to my wife that way, as she says.
She's my sister-in-law.
But I'm also your best friend, Gak.
I know, and that's why I'm allowed to talk to you like that.
This is a
I
little
think,
awkward.
I think we all need to take a breath and walk away. All right?
Sorry, must be those sea legs. And
I'm
Cactus
sorry.
walks to the helm.
I'm just going to go perceive, and she's gonna make a perception check.
So go ahead. So everyone gets to their respective areas. Go ahead and Basil, Yrsa, make perception checks. Enid, make a investigation or perception.
I got dirty 20.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
say, Rian.
Oh, I forgot I had knack. 17.
Rian, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Let's see, how many
Dexterity.
ones have you rolled?
2 already. The other
Oh my
one was a
God.
5. My average is below 10.
Is Gideon off duty today?
No. So the way this is going to
Oh.
work, I'll say, the ones who are perceiving overboard on starboard and port side are going to be making sure that they relay the information in enough time so that Gak and Gideon can react. Gideon, since you are going to be navigating, you are going to be in charge of making sure after you get through these obstacles, you continue in the right direction and also keep course closer to the islands away from the savage lands. Enid, you are going to be investigating and or perceiving in front of the ship to make sure that you can give, basically if you succeed, you will give advantage to those perceiving on the sides. If the sides succeed, it will give advantage to Gideon. Rian and Dio will be working the sails, so they will be making dexterity checks to raise and lower the sails to pick up speed and lower speed based on the obstacles. If they succeed, Gak will get advantage on his roll. Everyone got that?
Yep.
So,
Yes.
to start off, I know we just rolled, but now we know the rules. So, Enid, you will go ahead and roll one more time.
One more time? Do
Yeah.
I just get advantage automatically?
No, we're just kind of starting the process over since I...
Oh, do it again. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to keep your nat one, then that's okay.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, 24.
Okay. So, Enid, as you are looking in front, you can see that there are very pink and purple corals that are jutting out of one of the shallows. You can see it is a trench in front, where the right side is deeper than the left, and the left side is where these corals are punching out of the water almost. You see that, and you relay that information towards the ones at the perceiving the sides. So Basil and Yrsa will make a check.
Hey guys, there's coral right in front of us.
So make a new check.
Yes, you will have advantage because Enid.
Woo.
I don't know why. Oh, there's Yrsa's coming through.
24.
You get to roll with advantage, Basil.
Yeah. Slightly worse, but still good.
Okay. Enid relays this information, and you are able to see that the ship is about 25 feet away on the left side from these corals. You want to stay as close as you can to them because it is closer to Mount Ebenrose. But because of Enid, Basil, and Yrsa, you were able to perceive that of this. So you are able to relay that information to those on the helm. Gak, go ahead and make a. This is a little bit different because you're actually driving a ship. So what is the? Let me look at this at all of the availables because I would say, yeah, I'd say make a survival check.
Okay.
With advantage. Okay. 26. Okay. You hear the information from Basil and Yrsa, and you are able to start turning in the direction to navigate past these corals, which then gives advantage to Rian and Dio, who can make, oh my god, what did I say? Dexterity checks.
I lost my voice, apparently.
All right, that's going to be a 22.
Oof.
Dio!
Wait, that's. I was saving as a +7. Whoops. Guys, I just wanted to be pointed out that he's a level 5, so, you know.
Oh, little baby.
Little baby Dio.
With that information, you are able to get the sails in the proper way for Gideon to have an advantage on the navigation, enough reaction time to steer Gak in the right direction. So, Gideon, go ahead and make a survival check.
Survival? All right.
What did I make you do last time?
I haven't done this yet.
All right.
But still, there are people way better at surviving than Gideon. Oh boy.
I thought
badly.
Wait, who had proficiency in navigation? Or navigator tools?
Gideon gave himself that with his trance.
That's right. So
I don't remember it being
you would
a wisdom
add
check. I thought it was something else. I could be
I
wrong.
think it's just a
D20.
D20 plus your proficiency.
Interesting.
Because it's a. I think so.
This is a straight roll or advantage?
Advantage.
I just have to type it in twice.
Oh, 24,
let's go,
let's go!
It was on that one for a long time, and then it fell over.
Awesome. Okay, so in the first leg of the journey, you are able to make it past the first reefs of coral and successfully navigate forward. Halfway through the day, as you pass through the strait between Mount Ebenrose and the Savage Lands, you do notice off something in the distance. You notice that there is a grouping of individuals that look to be wearing leathers and what looks like they almost cheetah print and tiger skin, whereas they kind of run to the edge, and you see them start to pull back bows and fire in the direction of the ship.
Yeah, do I see that in time for us to react?
Yeah, you do.
Let's react. What do we do?
Duck and cover.
What? There's flaming arrows, and we need water.
Flaming?
They are now.
I thought that's what you said. Did I make that up?
Thanks for that, Felicity.
You said firing arrows, not flaming arrows. I don't know what I'm on today. I'm
Get your
sorry.
Legend of Zelda mindset out of here.
Sorry.
Um,
Firing arrows.
They fire
That's crazy.
They fire a volley of fire arrows towards the ship.
How many?
It's about 30.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of
But-
fire on a wooden boat.
I will say
Water.
this: they look like they are very crude arrows, and the arrowheads look like they're made of stone and maybe obsidian. As they hit the ship, the fire on, but as soon as water sprays up, they all kind of go out.
How
As-
close are they?
They're about 60 feet away.
Okay.
You can see it's an amalgamation of individuals. They definitely they're yelling at you in some sort of language, but you don't know.
I can have Yursa do something.
Do it. Do
Like
it.
what?
I think I know what it is.
She's
tidal wave.
Yeah, she's gonna go. Well, that is not very nice, and she's gonna cast tidal wave and just push it back away from the shore.
I love that.
It's almost like Kayla's here with us.
It is.
You hear Yursa run over to the side and
You're gonna be swimming.
You're
as
so
she casts-
afraid of the water.
as she
That's
casts
nature.
tidal wave, you see the individuals on the beach just start running and they get thrown. And you see Dio who comes up from cover and goes, "Fuck you!" And you continue.
I love that.
So
Way to go, Yursa.
Yeah, do that some more. It would probably help quite a bit.
So
She dives into the
you
water.
sail- the Kraken is there. You continue sailing through. It is starting to get a little bit darker now at this point. I will say one final check before you drop anchor, because sailing through a coral reef at night would be very inadvisable. So, Enid, go ahead and make a perception and/or investigation in front of you.
It was almost another natural one on my screen. 22.
Okay. You are able to perceive that on the right side front of the ship that there is a large section of reef and stone that looks like if the ship were to hit it, it would probably do significant damage. As
A
you
big one, guys. A really big one. We really need to avoid this one.
Okay. Basil and Yursa with advantage may make perception checks to steer Gak in the right direction.
Come on, Basil, don't fail me now. Hell
Okay.
yeah. I wrote the
25.
exact same as last time.
25 and a 24. Basil and Yursa, you are able to yell back towards Gak to tell him to steer more towards the left. Gak, you may make a survival check with advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. So you are able to steer the ship away from the coral as Rian and Dio are to make. Did I do that out of order? Was it Rian and Dio were last?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Gideon, go ahead and.
No, Gideon went
Gideon
last.
goes last.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
25.
Come on, Dio. Come on, Dio. Let's go, Dio.
Hey.
25. You had to roll an 18 to get it. Dio and Rian successfully move the sails in a way that slows and speeds the ship away from the coral. And as you get back to open ocean, or away from the danger, Gideon, you are able to start navigating once again, as you should make a survival check using your proficiency. I think
throw guidance on that.
Okay. I was gonna say I think it's your modifier on survival plus your proficiency bonus if you're using tools. So 23.
We got a 23. We're fine.
All right. Cool. So you are able to navigate the ship continuing towards the Rainbow Isle. And at this point, as you start to sail, you notice that it is starting to get dark once again. as Dio yells out, "We should probably drop anchor. We're not going to want to sail through a coral reef at night."
Yes.
The anchor hits a lot quicker this time and grabs a lot faster as it grabs across one of the coral reefs, and you see that a school of fish kind of break out and swim away. All of you can see the water is very clear, and you can see straight down to the bottom, and you can see many, many, many pieces of wood and ship amongst this area. No actual like full ships here, as if the ship did sink here, it wouldn't sink fully. So, as you drop anchor, is there anything you all would like to do during this night?
Gak did want to talk to everybody about their money. And he's going to be like,
So, I know we're all careful with our money, but the nice lady did tell us that we have to be like really careful with it because of all the pirates. So, I know all of my money's in my bag of holding, and I don't know if anyone wants me to put theirs in there, or what, to keep hold of it or something. But I mean, we'll probably notice if someone tries to take it from us. Just, I don't know. I want to make sure we don't lose it.
I'm broke, so I'm not really worried about my money situation.
I'm willing to help where is needed.
Well, as I recall, Gak, you tend to be the person who's most receptive in a more passive sense.
Right.
So I think what I'll do is I'll give you the money from the party fund to hold on to while we're here, and you can keep that in the bag of holding.
Okay. Well, just the little bag that's in it. Can I get some of your paints, and we can like put some symbol on it or something, so we know that it's the party fund bag?
Yeah, of course. Take out the sizable leather pouch, since it is 20,000 gold.
God damn.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll put a little PF on there. No, he'll scratch out PF with the paint, just like scribble over it. Seekers of Insania PF. Swipe. There we go. All right.
Did you?
PF would have gotten the message across.
yeah, Gak can't read it, but he's like,
I saw you crossed out those letters and then wrote those letters again.
Mm-hmm.
But after other letters, couldn't you have just added the other letters?
No, they were
in front of
too
the
big.
first ones?
They were too big, so I wanted all of the letters to be the same size.
Okay.
Because I didn't want a tiny SOI and a large PF, so I decided to paint over the original, and that way they'd all be the same size.
The letters were too big, so you decided to just cover it up completely and take up more space. By adding
I'm
more
not
stuff.
concerned about the amount of space it's taking up. I'm more so concerned about the overall consistency of the font size.
Gotcha.
All right, well, I'm gonna drop it in the bag of holding.
I think we're fighting, Chip. It's just you and me out on the open ocean.
What did I do?
Just to
Yeah,
clarify,
Gak's
we're not on
saying
the
that
open
out
ocean
loud.
anymore.
Oh yeah, it's just the closed ocean.
What is happening to us?
Listen, I think we're just under a lot of stress.
I think so too. I think that the Kraken really fucked everything up.
There's just a lot going on, and I think it's finally catching up to us, months
I've
worth.
never captained before,
You're doing a great job.
except everyone on my ship hates me.
Gak, why are you being this way?
At least you don't have to worry about the mutiny.
That's true.
Then Gak will pause for a second and he'll look
Do
up
you
at
know
Dio.
what a mutiny is, Gak?
I don't.
Well, it's when your crew very much hates the captain and they overthrow the captain and they name someone else captain. And normally the old captain either is killed or left on an island somewhere.
We are
But
doing
that won't
neither to you, Gak.
No.
We love you, and we would never overthrow you.
Dio's just like staring at you, squinting. Yes, we would never do that.
I told that lady that we were all family,
We are all family.
and that includes you, Dio.
Oh.
Will you give me a hug?
Of course I will. And I mean, Dio's like 2 feet,
Yeah.
almost 2 feet tall, shorter than Gak.
They go in
Yeah,
for
taller.
a hug, and as they're hugging, Gak is like leaning down to Dio, and he goes,
Don't you try anything, Dio.
There's, as you're hugging him, this Goliath just having him in a grapple. His face is up against you. His fur is pushed up. He's like, I was joking. I was joking, Gak. I would never do anything to you. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, me too. I love you so much, Dio.
I love
And
you
then-
so much too.
and Gak lets go and just kind of looks at Dio, and then squints one last time before turning away.
I'm going to go to bed.
Gideon to Brienne, did we run out of fresh water? Have we been drinking seawater? What's happening?
I personally, I feel fine. I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm about to lose it, Gideon. This is strange. You know what I mean? Like
Yes. Yes, I do.
I've never liked boats.
Oh shit, Basil! What the hell? Where'd you come from? God, you always do that.
It's weird because Enid's the quiet one, but I feel like Basil sneaks up on us more.
She's learning. Is what she's doing.
What's the Basil's that guy from Mr. Deeds. I'm very sneaky, sir. Just always, just every single conversation.
I'm very sneaky, sir.
Well, I'll take first watch, I guess. Dio just bailed.
Okay.
I can join.
All right. So, with that, all of you take your various watches. Again, nothing crazy happens. I will say on the second watch, let's just, for the sake of it being hilarious, who is on the second watch?
Gak and Dio.
Okay. It is so trivial for you, Gak. Not so much Dio. He's level 5. But you're level 14. A small boat made of driftwood and bark and bamboo pulls up to the side of the ship from the Savage Lands, you can tell. And it's about 3 people. And you just make absolute quick work of these people. And I'll just ask you, like, what does Gak do to these people?
I think Gak is gonna look over down at them, and what are they doing?
They're like, the boat runs into the side, which is what triggers you to look over. And they're like grabbing what looks like swords that are have like almost shark's teeth around, and bows made of branches and twine as they all look up towards you.
Gak is gonna misty step onto their raft.
Okay, they all immediately freak out.
Yeah, he's gonna go,
Get out of here!
and then 6 seconds later he casts Thunder Wave and throws them all off the raft.
So in the middle of the night, you misty step onto some pirates' boat and just thunder wave them off of theirs. They start to swim away. A small story to tell your companions in the morning, and Dio just looks over and goes, "You know, they're kind of scary."
That's good, right?
In this instance, yes.
Okay, good. Hey, Dio, no hard feelings.
What do you mean? We're friends, Gak. That's what friends do.
Friends fight?
We're not fighting, we're picking on each other. Just banter back and forth. Not a lot to do on the open ocean.
Yeah, I just want you to know that I love you.
You say it. I love you too. Why do I have the feeling you're about to do something mischievous?
No, I'm not. I don't think so.
Okay, good. Are you, we are heading in the direction of Ayun's vestige, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what it's going to be like.
Hey, can I be honest, Dio? I'm nervous about it for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I tried to talk to Ayun about it. I didn't hear anything. Trying to figure out some information or some details of where it could be and stuff, and like, I don't know. I know that I'm the champion, but it's still like, it's like a big thing, you know?
Right. No, I kind of get it. I don't want to say I do because I don't know how the gods work, and up until maybe a few days ago I didn't believe in them, but now knowing that all of you are connected to them in some way. You said that all of you saved the goddess of the moon, right? And kind of almost fixed the gate.
Definitely made it better, I think, yeah.
Well, the last time you spoke to Ayun, was it before or after the gate was fixed? Or stronger?
I guess it was before.
Well, I wouldn't take it to heart. The gods don't talk to about 99% of everyone on the prime material. She talked to you before, she probably just can't as much now.
That makes sense. I don't know. I think sometimes it's like when we have a lot of downtime, and not that this is downtime, I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff, but it's all like one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we have a lot of downtime, I just kind of think about everything that's happened, and it seems weird. And it kind of partially feels like it hasn't happened, and that I'm dreaming it.
Well, if it means anything, I've been having quite a bit of fun out here with all of you. And I'm glad that you brought me here. I've needed this.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun too, and it was a no-brainer for us to bring you out here.
Wait, what did you say?
I said it was a no-banger for us to bring you out here.
That's what I thought you said. It was a no-banger for me to be out here too.
Yeah. I mean, you're the boat guy.
Is that what I am? I'm just the boat guy?
I did not say just. Don't put words in my mouth.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You'll get the hang of the jesting.
Yeah. I just kind of feel like we're fighting a bunch.
No.
But we're having fun.
This is what good friends do. And I think I've said it before, but I'm proud of you, Gak. I mean, I've been watching you on this journey, and you've done so good. You've became such a good leader, and I wouldn't want to be working under anyone else as my captain.
Well, thank you, Dio. It's all just happened really fast, you know?
No, I know. Kind of crazy to think that a couple months ago, we were sailing across the ocean on a dinghy, and now you've made so many new friends and a family, and now you're on the path to save the world.
Yeah, just a couple months ago, I had never met anyone other than my family, and now the world could end if we don't do this right.
It's crazy times.
Do you ever wonder why us? Like, why is it us that's doing this?
I think when I first knew about what was happening, that was one of the first questions I asked myself. But after seeing how all of you have grown and what you're capable of, I've said before that I believe in destiny. And it's destiny that brought all of you together, and destiny that put you on this path. And I can tell that it has to be you. I mean, look at all of you. A champion of the Raven Queen, of Ioun, of Sahanin, Melora, a sorcerer capable of anything he can put his mind to, and a warrior that I don't think I've ever seen anyone capable of what Rien is.
Well, it's destiny for you to be here too.
I think so. You all needed me for this journey.
Yes, we did. And I just need you to in my life to be my friend.
And I will always be your friend, Gak. No matter what.
Good. Especially, if you're gonna be in my life all this time, you better clean up, because you smell.
That was good. You'll get there, but that was good.
Okay, good.
You should grow some hair, Baldy.
I don't think I'm able to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. All right, well...
Let's go awake at the next ones.
Okay.
But Gak will give Dio one more hug.
Dio gives you a hug, and the next watch is awoken. Is there anything else anybody wants to accomplish or do, as this will be the last night before you make it to the Rainbow Isle?
Don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Joe looks uncertain.
No, I wish to do nothing.
All right.
I don't believe you.
It doesn't matter. Okay?
It could.
Just move on.
Doesn't matter.
It's too late. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have
To
anything.
apologize. Alright.
I ain't got shit. And even if I did, it's not gonna matter.
You know what? You're
True.
right. So let's move on.
Yeah, I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, probably
Not out of sensitivity reasons. For other reasons, I shouldn't have
Stop
asked.
pretending you're interested in what I have to do.
I'm tired of
Were
being
before you
coddled
weren't
by
now.
you, Ryan.
So, all of you wake up the next morning and continue on your path towards the Rainbow Isle. There's one final stretch of this journey before you make it to your destination. So, everyone back in their respective spots. Enid, investigation or perception?
It will always be perception. If I have the choice. 21.
Okay. 21, you are able to see that there are reefs on both sides. And I will say to everyone that the DC is a little bit higher, since this is the third time. 21 is a success. You see reefs on both sides, and there is a very, very narrow margin for the ship to make it through.
Narrow pathways, shit on both sides, so be very cautious moving forward.
Okay. 20 is the DC. Basil and Yursa, make a perception check with advantage.
Watch me ruin the boat and have to swim the rest of the way. That'd be so funny.
No. Plus 11 and plus 10 perceptions ain't no way.
Highest for me is 24.
Okay. Basil, on your side, you can see that there's about 5 feet from the coral on the left before it is touching the boat, and on your side is about 4 feet. As these two measurements are relayed to Gak. Gak, make a survival check with advantage. The DC is 20.
Nick,
For some reason,
could you
the
share some of those nat 20s with me today?
It's the sound effects. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta add some sound
You need to
effects.
help me get those.
For some reason, the boat does a 360, jumps out of the water, does a front flip. It flips all over all of the coral reefs. Gak, your hand is as steady as it has been the entire journey. You are becoming a master at the helm. 5 feet on the left and 4 feet on the right. A very narrow margin, but you keep the boat straight. And it is up to Dio and Rian to navigate the speed of the boat. With advantage.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I did not mean to click that one. That's a saving throw.
Can we keep it?
Dio, please.
Listen, I'm keeping it so straight. It doesn't matter how fast they go.
I will say the natural 20 does kind of zero out the natural 1,
Well,
leaving
it was
just
with
Dio's
advantage.
roll.
I had an 11.
Oh, that's right. That's right. An 11. Dio with the 23. The ship does speed up ever so slightly as you kind of miss your cue, Rian, for the slightest bit. The ship, as the waves are kind of pushing off the sides of the island and coming back in, the ship does sway a little bit. You lose your footing just a little bit. I will say it is not a failure, but Gideon does not get advantage.
$15.
Okay. I will say that the ship gets a little bit too close to Mount Ebenrose, but the ship does not take damage, and you are veered off course in the very slightest. And it is okay in this juncture because in the distance, you can see the island that you are heading towards. Because of its grandeur and the contrast it has among the blue ocean behind it, you see almost a small archipelago in itself, where there are narrow rivers that cut through the island itself, going towards the center. Very many pathways that lead into it. You see large boulders and plateaus that have almost like ponds or lakes where there are waterfalls dipping off of the edges into the ocean. You see that the water in the distance gets even clearer and more blue, and then turns into almost this vibrant cyan of a color, of a blue. But the thing that stands out amongst all of it, the jutting out island from this ocean, the large mountainous range of the various small bits of land that make up the Rainbow Isle, are the rocks that look like sand leading up to clay, leading up to dirt, leading up to stone. A mesa, in a way. However, the colors themselves are not that of normal stone and rock and clay and dirt, but rather blues that gradients into green, that gradients into yellows, and gradients into reds. You can see exactly as you set your eyes upon it why this island gets the name of the Rainbow Isle, as the pillars of stone jutting out from each of these pieces make up the colors of the rainbow itself. And you see bits and small trees of pink and blue and flowers of yellow, white, and purple, as you all see in front of you. Hopefully this works.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
The Rainbow Isle.
Fits for Enid and Basil. And for
Gay.
Ian.
Gay.
Gay?
Man, this art's almost as beautiful as you guys all are.
Oh
Crazy.
my goodness!
Compliment your friends, guys. Sometimes they need to hear it.
Yeah, tell your friends you love them.
Make out with your friends. What? Who
What?
said that?
Kiss the homies goodnight.
Yeah.
Am I right, guys? Alright, I'll catch you guys.
Court them in the ways of the olden days.
Okay, guys, get ready for your forehead kisses.
Present to them a dowry of modest value.
So
that seems fair.
Present them the head
So
of their
back to
enemies.
D&D, right? D&D time? Yeah.
Huh? Sorry. Got caught up in a daydream.
As you start to sail inwards, you start to hear the noises of birds and crickets and this almost jungle around you. You start to hear that of the waterfalls crashing into the water. You can feel the humidity here, but it is broken by the mist of the waterfalls hitting the water as you kind of sail through these small rivers. As you get in between two of them, there's this very strong feeling of magic. All of you. Even those who don't dabble in magic as much as others. You see the water shifting below the ship, glittering underneath as it looks as though something is just guiding the ship through, leaving a trail behind. And you make it into the deepest river of the Rainbow Isle. You don't know exactly where you're going. You know what you're looking for. But as the party starts to look around and starts to figure out what direction they want to take, that is where we're going to take our break.
Woo woo woo! Woo!
So, 5 minutes, 10, or well, I guess 15 your time. Come back and we'll see if we can't get this vestige.
Let's do it, B.O.B.
Let's go.
To finish the story.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is done so well. But here's the thing. It grows to be more in depth. The spirit world becomes a thing, and it grows even more in depth after that. More layers get added on more layers, right? Not everybody in the Earth Kingdom is good. Not everybody in the Water Tribes. They're not all underpowered, right? Because the Northern Water Tribe is so strong. And not everybody in the Fire Nation is evil. The layers continue to be added the longer the story goes on. In your campaign, do that. Most people have a hard time starting a campaign because they don't know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is one town, one place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
What a joke. I worked my ass off to get where I am. And you take these shortcuts and you think suddenly you're my peer? You do what I do because you're funny and you can make people laugh? I committed my life to this.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I can guarantee Henry would be okay, I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10. Rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Holy, look at all this damage.
Where? Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Now is left to me to deal with him. You can't.
If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
But for now, we're going to look at a slightly different system that doesn't just affect the moment of death, but the moments before death. Something that makes combat more grounded, horror more horrifying, and sacrifices all the more heroic. Picture a movie fight scene between a hero and villain. They're clashing blades, dancing back and forth, parrying, dodging, blocking, keeping up with each other's advances, surprising each other with new techniques and strategies, until finally, one of them lands a devastating blow. It's not just a graze on the arm, it's not just a smack on the chest. It's 0 HP. When using the point of no return system, we want to draw attention to this moment of the fight, to make that hit extra cinematic and weighted and affect the decisions that your players are going to make when they are given that critical choice of staying down or getting up.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our first build, the level 5, Blighted Warden. In the shadowed underbrush of the ancient forest, where the line between decay and growth blurs, the Blighted Warden moves unseen. A spectral guardian at the crossroads of life and death, melding the Gloomstalker's mastery of darkness with the Circle of Spore's eerie command over fungal life. They are the embodiment of nature's unchecked, wild ferocity. With each arrow knocked from their twisted, spore-infested bow, they strike with the precision of night and the inevitable spread of decay. A silent protector of the natural order's darker, untamed side. So there we go. There's our thematic intro.
I have to finish the story.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is done so well. But here's the thing. It grows to be more in depth. The spirit world becomes a thing, and it grows even more in depth after that. More layers get added on more layers, right? Not everybody in the Earth Kingdom is good. Not everybody in the Water Tribes. They're not all underpowered, right? Because the Northern Water Tribe is so strong. And not everybody in the Fire Nation is evil. The layers continue to be added the longer the story goes on. In your campaign, do that. Most people have a hard time starting a campaign because they don't know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is one town, one place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
What a joke. I worked my ass off to get where I am. And you take these shortcuts and you think suddenly you're my peer? You do what I do because you're funny and you can make people laugh? I committed my life to this.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I can guarantee Henry would be okay. I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10, rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Rebecca.
Oh my god, the art is so pretty.
The art is so pretty.
Take it away, John.
It was cool.
John.
Yeah, sorry. So, as we dive back into the game, the party has made their way into the Rainbow Isle. As I stated before, as the ship starts to sail through the small, narrow rivers that seem to join at the center, making your way past the waterfalls that dip down into the ocean, into the water, all of you just kind of taking it in, the beauty of this place, the abnormality of what you see around you, and all of you do feel this surge of magic as soon as the ship makes it into the river. Not as though your power has been heightened, but this place is made from magic itself, almost. First order of business is for everyone to roll a perception check. And I will just go ahead and tell you a number after you roll, and you tell me if you rolled higher than it. I can never know if Nick rolls a good roll unless it's a nat 20. Because every other one is just... If anybody rolled above a 21.
Well, fuck you, John.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Whoa, dude.
I'm
Chill
sorry.
out.
It was a hostile day, and apparently we're all fighting today anyway, so...
Why are you mad at me?
I am sorry.
Well, I'd say raise your hands, but I can't. Rian, just say if you succeeded or failed.
Fail hard.
Gideon?
Failed.
Enid?
I made it. 26.
Basil?
Failed.
Gak?
I made it. 23.
Woo!
Mirsa?
Failed hard.
Okay.
All right.
Enid and Gak, as you were sailing through, the two of you spot something on one of the large towers of stone. And you can barely make it out because it is very high up. It is almost this illusion where these pillars don't look as tall as they are, but when you see what you see, the sun is glimmering off the skin, the scales of a creature that is perched kind of with its hands around one of the pillars, a long bluish glimmering scaled neck and face. You see these wings that kind of wrap around, not fully, as this creature does not seem to be half the size of the stone it is surrounding, but you see this winged creature above, just kind of looking at you.
Does it look like a dragon? Or no?
Yes.
Okay. And what color?
It's blue, but it's pretty easy to tell what a blue dragon looks like. They are one of the most common among the chromatic. Its scales and its skin almost kind of resembles that of gem cloaks, but a much different hue and a much different texture.
Yeah.
Like a gem in a way.
I don't know if Enid would know the difference between like the strong differences between like chromatic and metallic. I don't know if Black would either. But I mean, Nick, do you think we should just like turn around and tell everybody what we see?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I think Gak would be kind of looking around at everybody to see if anyone else noticed.
Yeah, then Enid, seeing that maybe no one else is looking where Gak and Enid are, she'll just say, "So, blue dragon up there. Good sign, bad sign? What do we think?"
What color were the scales?
Blue.
Ursa waves.
As you look up towards it, it is gone.
Oh. She slowly descends her hand.
Is that a good sign or a bad sign? I think we should know where it's at.
It was there, I promise.
Yeah.
We both saw it.
I can vouch, yeah.
Maybe it protects the island. You know, like it's made peace with the people here and kind of watches for the newcomers.
That's a nice thought.
Yeah.
Kayla, question. Are
Mhm.
blue dragons good dragons? I don't remember the color schemes.
Most chromatics are lean towards evil. Blue in particular, if it is a blue dragon, I mean, this is all, Ursa nature stuff, and dragons are very common. Blue dragons have the ability of lightning. That's their main source of power. They are cunning, in their ancient form, but they are cunning. They are most of the time good talkers. They are not as feral, but they are closely. The most feral of all dragons is white. They're almost like beasts that will attack and destroy anything they see in their sight. Blues use their brain a little bit more, but not too much more.
Okay. Well, Ursa said that, but I don't think she believed in what she said. We'll put it that way.
I don't know if there's anything for us to do about it right now besides just keep looking out for it.
Gak's right.
It was like this big on the side, and it was like, Chip, did you see it?
Robert.
Okay, yeah, it was like this.
Chip crawls on the side of Gak's arm.
That's pretty big.
I don't not believe that you guys didn't see it. It's just strange, right? For it to want us to see it, and then to just disappear.
Yeah, it wasn't like hiding. It wasn't fully out there either, but it was definitely looking. I don't think it was trying to be sneaky necessarily.
Yeah, just curious as to who we are.
Yeah. And if we're good, then we're good, and it doesn't have a reason to bother us.
That's right.
Or it's just waiting for the right opportunity.
And let's not give it one then.
We've killed the dragon before. We could do it again.
That's true. We did have 2 other dragons helping us, though.
But that was a much different dragon,
That's true.
And you also didn't have me.
That's very true.
That's funny. I heard someone say you were there.
Who would say that?
Good question.
Good question indeed.
I think Basil, and I'm sure Gak as well, since they've seen it, she's really going to be trying to keep an eye out, specifically looking for... I know it's the Rainbow Isle, so there's lots of blue here, but, for something blue moving.
Yeah. Everyone can make a second perception check, those who are looking out for the dragon, as you move further and further into the Rainbow Isle.
I fail hard. I don't know if we're doing that again, but I just wanted it to be known.
Yeah.
24.
Rian falls off the boat, looking too far.
Okay.
I don't think it's in the water, Rian.
Rian, I see something. Jumps off the boat.
Wait, can blue dragons swim?
Probably.
So you look over, it's just a large blue fish.
She just pats him on the shoulder.
Oh.
Wait, never mind. That's just a fish.
Yes, dear, it is just a fish. Pat, pat.
Yeah. To only Ursa. To only Ursa.
My eyes just aren't what they used to be. I don't know what it is.
I think everyone heard that anyway.
One of those old men who thinks they're whispering.
I just don't know what happened to my vision. My vision.
What's that actor's name again?
Gideon, Enid, Yersa, and Basil. You do see movement. A little off into the distance in front of the ship on one of the islands. It is a small, blue-scaled. As the light hits the scales, it is almost like it shines through like a gem. Its wings are barely large enough to its body. Its head a little bit bigger than what you've seen dragons, and its legs small. And you see 3 of them kind of just dip out and kind of look up and look at the ship, and you see 3 very, very small blue gem dragons.
Like, it is gem for sure.
It this close, it definitely looks like sapphire.
Oh. Yeah, Kayla, I'm with you there, Biz, and Mother must be around the corner.
Now the question is, you see this, they are about 100 feet on an island to your left as you're going through the river. Are you just passing by?
So,
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, there's nowhere for us to turn, right? We just have to keep going forward.
Yeah, you'll have to keep going forward.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to give this thing a reason to be upset with us, right?
But dragons are hoarders. Maybe they are keeping something very special and protecting it.
I think I'd like to check other places first before going into Dragon House.
The 3 dragons just look up.
I want to hug them.
I know they're dragons. Should we put up the white flag just in case they know what that means?
I don't think it'd do us any good.
Yeah.
I do think it. Go ahead.
Mine was a dumb question. Go for it.
Oh, well, Jersa was just going to agree. She was just going to say, I do think it is worth coming back to if we don't find what we're looking for elsewhere. Because it could be very unwise walking into a nest with a very angry mom around. But, like you said, they are hoarders sometimes, and the vestige could be somewhere over there. But there are other ports here, right, John? There's like an actual port somewhere.
No.
Oh, we don't know.
No, this is not a
So
port.
this is just a collection of islands. This is like Sea of Thieves. There just could be something somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe we
It's
should
one
go.
one large island with many rivers that kind of lead that.
Okay.
Kind of dip and dive in.
Well, maybe we could
shove
take
dip
like
dive
a. We can take like a cruise drive by and just do a lap, and come back. If we don't see anything else that catches our eye.
Yeah, we'll do a drive-by.
I just as soon as you said drive by, I just imagine Basil slowly pulling out the cack or the what was it called?
The Glock.
The
Sure.
Glock. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
You see one of the baby sapphire dragons kind of just opens its mouth, and you see like sparks of purple as it kind of coughs.
Or idea, what if I turn into a bird and I do a quick flyover and just double check?
Yes, I feel like whenever we let you go off on your own, things get worse.
I was just about to say that same thing, honestly.
Not that like you are doing something wrong, but like What?
Bad
Keep going,
things
Basil, you're
happen
nailing
to
it.
you.
Bad things happen to you whenever you're alone.
Okay. This is a very good point that everyone has raised.
What if
I have an idea.
Yes.
can
I'm
you
neutral.
turn someone else into a bird also, so that you go as a pair?
Don't you
I
have
could,
moons
but I would
flying,
like to
Rhea?
hear Enid's idea
Oh.
first.
Yes. My idea does not have to do with the boots of flying at all. Gak, as the, champion, is there a way that you can try and feel a pull a certain way to help give us guidance? At least an area. Maybe, Ayun can help you with some what is that game from kids? Hot and cold, but
Katy
gods.
Perry song?
Cause you're hot. No, okay. Pause on D&D. You guys know what hot and cold is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I'm
thank
with
God.
you.
Okay.
You're getting warmer, you're colder.
I was-
Yeah. I'm not crazy. This is
No,
a thing.
I was just laughing because you said that game from kids.
From when you're. My brain is still fucking fried, so sorry.
Yeah, I can try. Okay.
And Gak just kind of sits down. Okay, and he's gonna try to pray to Ayun.
Okay, Gak. As
Guidance.
sit down and close your eyes, hearing the water rushing around you, the chirps of birds and crickets, the wind blowing through. You try to reach out to Ayun. What do you say?
Hey, Ayun, it's Gak, your champion. I'm out here trying to find your artifact thingy. It's okay if you can't talk to me. I know the gate is more closed than it was, but if you could help me figure out where your item is, that would be very nice. Thank you.
Okay. As your eyes are closed, everyone kind of looking in Gak's general direction. As you reach out, Gak, feel this warmth. Starts in your heart and then washes over your body. From behind the ship, you all turn around immediately and you see a large, ancient sapphire dragon as it is landed on the island next to the ship. It is about 15 feet away from the ship. Its wings span outward the entirety of the ship, which is 85 feet in length. You see as its long neck kind of reaches up. It looks past all of you and looks directly at Gak.
Amara is expecting you.
What was the name again?
Namara.
Namara.
Or Namara.
Okay.
I'll
I think
type that.
Gak will just kind of be looking at it, and he'll stand up, and he'll walk a little bit closer, just towards that side of the ship.
Okay. Do you know where we should go to meet Namara?
You see the dragon look towards you, Gak. Look towards the rest of your party. It puts its large hand, two of them, onto the side of the ship and kind of drags the ship closer to the island where the ship almost beaches itself. It lets go and the ship kind of tilts to one side, but you can tell that the ship is stopped as it turns around. And you watch it turn its back towards all of you. And then its long neck turns towards each of you as though an invitation.
I think it wants us. They want us to ride them.
Like, carry us somewhere?
Like get on the back of a dragon?
I think so, yeah.
I've never ridden a dragon before.
I think
Gideon
we have
can show
with
us how it's
Gideon.
done, yeah.
You've ridden mine quite frequently, actually, Basil.
I guess
This
that's
one's
true.
bigger.
This one was. Never mind.
Yeah, Gak will just kind of look at the group and he'll go,
I think we gotta do it.
and he'll just start to walk over to get off the ship.
This is insane, right? We're
It'll
not
be
actually...
fun.
Oh, he's going.
Come
You can
on,
wait here if you want, Dio. I'm sure everything
Yours
will be
is
fine
going.
here by yourself on this ship.
The three baby dragons kind of climb up on the ship and...
I'm sure there are a lot of great stories that can be told from sitting on a ship.
No, I think I'm okay. I know I've never ridden a dragon before. I'll go. So,
Heck yeah.
each one of you, one by one, climb onto the back of this ancient sapphire dragon. And in an instant, you are lifted. And you are flying through the air. As you are lifted and you are flying over the large arches and the large stone pillars of the Rainbow Isle, the island's much bigger than you saw. But you see that you are being led to this large section of the mountain where these pillars reach up and there is this almost cove inside. As the dragon continues, you see it getting clearer and clearer. The pillars of the rainbow, pillars of rainbow leading up to the stone roof, a cove inside, and you see these almost stone basins surrounded by water and flowers and plant life. Each one of these basins, the still water inside. As the dragon comes to a halt, all of you can feel the tears kind of running down your eyes from the wind that has been just battering them, as you were not able to really keep your eyes open the entire time, but you're just getting glances of where you are. You look down in the very, very distant, and you can see the ship almost like as small as an ant at this point. You get to the cove, and the dragon perches outside of it, its wing leading down almost like a ramp. It looks back towards all of you. This is a gesture to depart.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll
Just-
give it some pats as we go off of it.
You see it, you pat Yrsa, and it looks at you.
Sorry.
It is fine.
Is it?
Narrator, but it was not fine.
I pat the grown-ass adult.
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes pats. I don't know.
That's true.
Just a reassurance. You never
You
know
all
when
s-
the last time someone's been pat. So
That's true.
exactly.
That's true. You all stand in this cove as you have now departed from the dragon as it picks back up, and you all wince as the wind is almost takes you off of your feet as the dragon picks up and flies away. Inside of this cove, again, as you step towards the center, there's water beneath your feet, but maybe a centimeter of water. Just enough that as you walk, you can hear the... You can see this beautiful flora that kind of lines the cove. And in the center are 5 basins. 5 basins that have mirror-like water. And as you get closer, you can see that they are made of stone. And you can see that each basin has a single word written in some language.
Like no one recognizes it right away.
As you get closer, Gideon, you recognize the language. And so does Rian, I believe. Celestial?
Yeah, boy.
You see 5. 1 that says knowledge. 1 that says wisdom. 1 that says truth. Prophecy. And ignorance.
That's mine. Call it.
You then
I wanted that one.
hear a voice. All of you. No origin. I need to turn off the ship noises. You hear a voice that says, Seekers, what do you seek?
I think Rian would kind of look to Gak.
Well, we don't know exactly what it is, but we are seeking a vestige from Ioun.
Again, from nowhere, but everywhere, all at once. You seek the vestige of the goddess of knowledge.
Yes.
To claim the heart of Ioun, you must first bestow your knowledge and experiences to the goddess. Champion, step forward and relive the memories tied to each of these tenets. Prove your worth as champion, and with each memory, closer to the heart of Ioun. And those who are near the basins see that in the center, almost like the basin in Harry Potter, there is an item at the bottom, a stone in each. A stone of deep purple, a stone of clear crystal, of pale yellow, and of pearl white. Yak, you are called to impart the memories and knowledge you have gained. You have 5 basins in front of you, and I can type them out just so that you remember what they all are. Which one do you choose first? Hold on.
And Gak will kind of go to the middle of all 5 and look around.
Also, you guys see this. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Ooh. That's amazing. There's also 7 basins there, John.
Yeah, well, fucking ChatGPT can't get it always right.
One of them
2
is
of those
just
are
for aesthetic.
Yeah, 2 of them are seats.
Enid will sit.
Gak will just kind of look at him, and he'll say,
Rianne, Gideon, which one of these is wisdom? That one?
That one.
Okay. I'm going to do wisdom. Everyone, hang out, I guess.
We're here if you need us, Gak.
Thank you.
Gak, as you walk up to wisdom, all of you here. Reveal a moment where your wisdom guided another, bestowing them with insight and aid. You feel compelled to almost place your face into the basin.
okay, and Gak will do it.
Okay. As he does, Gak, you feel the water rush over your face, and all of you immediately see the cove goes dark on the edges. And above you and in front of you is this illusion, almost. And it is an illusion of no real color other than just blues and yellows that outline. You see Gak. Standing there, looking around. And Gak, as the water rushes past your face, it is almost like you are flipped upright as you were in a laying position, as you flip and start standing. As you look around, you're in darkness, but not encroaching or anything that would make you afraid, but almost like a blank canvas for you to tell a memory of when you've imparted wisdom. And I will say, for these trials, you do not have to speak as Gak if you do not want to. You can just describe these memories.
Okay.
That Gak would be painting a picture to everyone.
For the first one, you see Gak is kind of like stroking his chin for a second. And he's almost trying to be like, I gotta choose the right memory. But then he's like, I don't know. And he closes his eyes. And the first memory that he thinks of is when, and I don't remember what town they were in, but there was a little boy that was trying to cast Mage Hand. And Gak, like, kind of showed him how to do it in a way, like what hand symbols you have to do and all that kind of stuff. And I think he's just kind of thinking about that right now.
Okay. All of you see this memory, it playing out in front of you. As you watch as Gak is looking around, it is almost in this illusion like watercolor. As Gak looks in a direction, it is like a section of the scene is painted. And then he looks in another, and it is, again, splashed on. And you see, almost in a way, of how Gak views things. How Gak imagines. And you see that this splash of color and the splash of drawing and starts to turn into a moving picture. No sound, but you see the time when Gak taught a spell to a young up-and-coming wizard. And Gak, as you feel this warmth over your body, you see a bright color in front of you. A bright, deep, deep purple, as a stone floating in front of you appears.
I think Gak will kind of look at it for a second and move around, and then he's going to reach out and grab it.
You grab it, and as you grab it, all of you watch the illusion dissipate, and you watch as Gak, your head lifts up, and in your hand, as you open it, you see one of 5 stones. And as you look at it, you do watch it slowly float and kind of center itself in the room.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do another one. Which one is the knowledge one? And Gak will go over to the one that says knowledge, and he'll like hold his breath and then put his face down in the knowledge pool.
Again, all of you see Gak in a room. It goes dark again, and Gak, you hear share a memory when you bestowed significant knowledge on an individual, changing a perspective.
You can see Gak pauses for a second. And I almost feel like Gak isn't having one specific memory, but almost like fragments of a few of him, like sitting with Yrsa and telling the butterfly and the moth story, and him talking to Gideon about something Gideon is being negative about. And Gideon, I think of a catchphrase of Gideon's is, I didn't think of it like that, when he's around Gak. So it's almost like little vignettes of like different small moments like that with members of the group.
I think that as you're telling these stories, as there is no sound, in this moment, as you were kind of reliving it, Gideon, you see as he's talking about you, you see the text kind of appear above Gideon as though you were saying it and then disappear as it's appearing. Any dialogue you see, like almost text kind of appear and then disappear as it goes. Okay. Gak, once again. But this time, you see a stone of clear crystal in front of you. As you grab out, you come back. You look at it in your hand, it floats up and starts to circle around the purple one. There are 3 left: truth, prophecy, and ignorance.
All right, Gak heads to the truth basin.
Okay. You hear, show us how you preserved the truth and defended it against falsehoods. Once again, you go into the basin. The memory starts to be relived.
What memory of this? This is such an interesting exercise, John.
I will say, there is a little bit of party participation. If anybody starts to remember a memory with Gak, your character can say it, and Gak will start to hear it as you say it. If you want to help,
that's fun.
Basil would probably mention her mom, how she trusts Gak to know about her and to not use that information for evil.
you hear this Gak as Basil starts talking, and that memory does start to paint itself as you are kind of remembering it. And there could be more.
Yeah, I think he's thinking about that, and then he starts to think about like back when towards the beginning of the campaign when Basil told Gak that her real name was Seora, and he kept that with her, and he never talked about it, but he kept it in his head and always knew, like, this is her name. It's important for me to know this, but you don't have to talk about it. And I think probably the prominent memory that comes up is him meeting his uncle and kind of learning about where his family came from and then standing his ground and defending his family.
As these pictures are painted, you see a green crystal in front of you. So you grab it, come back out. That one starts to spin around the crystal, and the purple, 2 more. Prophecy and ignorance.
You can see Gax kind of hesitating to get into either of these two.
I think Rian would say, Gak, do you remember, I think it was all the way back in Woebrook. We had heard whispers on the wind of fate and destiny tying us together, and then I don't know if you paid much attention to it, or if even if I did, but we truly were, and I think you especially. And there's so much that you've done that's been spurred on because of that day, because of those words that were said. So I think anything that we've done on our journey, anything that you're proud of, is part of that prophecy, that foretelling.
You see Gak was kind of nodding slowly, and then he nods a little bit harder, like he's trying to remember. And he'll look at you and
Thank you, Rand.
and then he'll dunk his head into the prophecy bowl.
Okay. And that's the memory you relive?
That, and he almost, because he didn't remember it off the top of his head, he's almost like half remembering it and half like interpreting it in a different way. So you can kind of see that memory, but you also see like the party almost in like a statue form, and Gak's kind of like looking up at everybody in like a statue, as if something has been erected to like memorialize us.
You don't hear Nimara's voice as you immediately, as soon as you enter, start to think and paint these pictures. And as soon as that is over, you see in front of you a pearl white stone. Grab it, come back, starts to fly and coalesce around the purple and the crystal and the green. You walk over to the truth basin, and you see inside at the very bottom, pale yellow. Does anyone say anything before Gak goes into the truth basin?
I think is it the ignorance one that's left, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was ignorance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, ignorance.
Yeah,
ignorance.
Not
truth.
Yeah, Enid would, knowing this is one Gak was thinking of too, she'll say, remember back in Nubai, or at least right outside Nubai, I think there's 2 memories, and your uncle's perception of your family, but also the conversation we had. It's not your ignorance, but mine. And you kind of guided me through that ignorance.
Gak, he was just kind of nodding when you were talking about the uncle, but as soon as you said the second part, he kind of pauses and looks up at you. And he kind of smiles a little bit. And then he just looks down at the basin and puts his head in.
And as you paint that picture, once again, you feel that warmth. And you see a yellow gem in front of you. You grab it. And you exit. You release it, and you watch it fly up to the other 4. And you see them start to spin around each other. Faster and faster. And you watch them start to spin, going from almost a circular pattern to a straight pattern, almost creating a shape with colors in the air. And you watch as they all vanish. And you see in front of you and feel this wave. And in front of you, you see a portal. Enter, champion.
And Gak will take a step forward, and then he'll stop, and he'll turn around to everybody else. He'll go,
not that you are worried, Dio, but it'll be okay. And I'll see you guys when I pop out.
Be safe, Gak.
You've got this.
And Gak turns around and walks in.
The portal disappears as soon as Gak walks in. As you walk in, Gak, you are met with a beautiful sight. This galaxy of stars as a backdrop to floating islands and boulders and pillars of prismatic crystals kind of floating slowly in the air. And in front of you, there's a path that leads through an archway into a larger section, and you see those 5 stones circling in front of you as they start to move forward, almost guiding you.
Yeah, Gak will follow, but he's also looking around.
And as you walk, you can hear your footfalls. as you walk continuously through and eventually come to an opening. And what you see in front of you is almost shocking. You were expecting something on the side from the voice. And you know that the voice isn't of Ioun. But it definitely feels like it was close in relation. What you see before you, laying on the ground, quadrupedal, you see two long front legs laid out in front with large, massive claws. Its back legs in a semi-pouncing position, but at rest. You see decadent jewelry, bracers that go up the arms onto the chest of gems and jewels of prismatic colors. And then you see a mane that sculpts around the face of a lion. And on its back, large, beautiful, prismatic rainbow wings. Hello, Gak. I am Namara, the avatar of Ioun.
Hi.
You see Namara.
That's wild. Can I just say I think you're really pretty.
You were chosen. You are the champion of Ioun. I ask you this question, Gak. Why do you think that you were chosen to be Ioun's champion?
And you see Gak is looking at Nymara, and then he kind of looks down to the ground for a second. He goes,
I was thinking about this recently, actually, and I still can't fully wrap my head around it, and I don't know if I'm meant to, but I think that my friends and I, well, I think that there's destiny that is bringing us together and helping us save the world. And I think that Ioun could see. So, I didn't realize it for a long time, but I am not the quickest learner or the smartest person, but I think Ioun liked that didn't stop me from trying to learn. And I found my own ways to learn. And I think it's important for people to grow and people to learn. And I think it's also important to help other people with the things you know to help them know more. But if I'm being honest, I don't fully know. But I'm gonna do my best to make sure I live up to what being a champion is supposed to be.
You see Namara looks down at you, and the head gets close to your level, and you can see that she's not as big as an ancient dragon, but she is large. She looks to you and says, "You follow the tenets of Ayun."
I try my very best to, yeah.
We have watched you. You may not feel like you are the right choice, but you are. You have proven yourself. It has been ages since the heart of Ayun was given away. Ayun entrusted me as her avatar on the Prime Material with this vestige. Many have attempted the trial. Many have failed. You are the only one who has succeeded.
Well, that does make me feel a little bit better, I guess.
And he kind of smirks a little bit, and he's kind of blushing.
You see that there are no facial expressions on Namara, as there's just this like blank stare towards you. As she looks over and he watches those stones, they are rapidly in succession starting to go in lines, and you see it start to create this almost dodecahedron type shape in the air. As eventually, Namara, you see her paw reaches out and grabs all of them. And she looks towards you. Champion of Ayun, I grant you this gift. May you hold it dear and safe, and may it help in the battle to come. And you see her open the paw, and in front of you is no longer 5 gems spinning around, but this frame of a dodecahedron, in each section has one of those gems, those stones of Ayun, embedded into it. This singular piece. You see... Oh, I guess you don't see. See this.
I don't think it's come up for me yet.
Should be in the chat? No?
Oh, in the chat. For some reason, my chat wasn't loading.
And as she hands it to you, you kind of grab it, and you watch the stones kind of slowly move out from it and then dive back in. And as you hold it, you watch this surge of power through you as that frame releases these stones of Ayun that start to spin around you, around your form. And as you call them back, each one into the frame. Good luck, champion.
Thank you. And thank Ayun for me as well. I'm gonna take care of this. And I'm gonna continue to earn champion.
Mars' head lowers. And all of you on the other side see the portal appear again. And Gak, almost like everything in front of you starts to stretch. You see your feet at the edge of the portal as Gak is almost just, you slide out of the portal as the portal then disappears. Yrsa,
Sorry.
sorry. You hear the voice in your head, but none of you hear it, so continue. I will message you.
Okay. I mean, I was just gonna ask. So, how'd it go?
And Gak will turn around, holding the heart, and he'll make the stones pop out and fly around and then go back in.
Well, I got it.
Wow. Is she like just lingering still, John?
Namara?
Yeah.
No, the portal's gone. And you
Oh.
never saw Namara, but you heard
Oh,
her the whole time when she
that's
was talking.
wild.
But she says that to you specifically.
Okay. Well, you're just not gonna say anything.
I will say, you may add the Heart of Ioun to your character sheet, Gak. And the Heart of Ioun has a lot of different small abilities.
Oh, shit.
There is the Deep Purple Gem for enhanced intellect. The Heart of Ioun grants a +2 bonus to intelligence and wisdom while it orbits your head. Special ability, you have advantage on intelligence, arcana, and wisdom, insight, and charisma persuasion checks. Spell mastery, you gain a +2 bonus to your spell attack rolls and spell save DC. This is from the green prism. Special ability is the Heart of Ioun grants you resistance to psychic damage and advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened. The Clear Crystal, the Knowledge of Ages. Benefit, you can cast the Legend Lore spell once per long rest without expending a spell slot. The ability is once per day you can impart a portion of the heart's knowledge to an ally. As an action, choose an ally within 30 feet. That ally gains a +2 bonus to intelligence and wisdom and can add your proficiency bonus to their skill checks for 1 hour. That is their actual score. They get a +2 bonus to their score for an hour. Arcane Recovery, the pale yellow. Once per day, as a bonus action, you can recover a number of spell slots equal to half your wizard level rounded up. These spell slots can be 5th level or lower. The ability is once per day. As an action, you can create a prismatic barrier around yourself for 1 minute. This barrier grants you temporary hit points equal to 5 times your character level and imposes disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Invisibility, the pearl white. You can cast the invisibility spell at will without expending a spell slot. And the ability is you can cast the spell Beacon of Hope once per long rest without expending a spell slot. Additionally, when you cast the spell, allies within the radius also gain advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks for the duration.
Wow. That is pretty dang sick. So the I'm looking at it. So the benefit just happens. And then the ability can happen.
Yeah, you can choose to use the ability. Yep.
Okay, so the benefits are just there.
Yep.
Wow.
So you gain 5 abilities that you can use. Each one for each stone.
That's crazy. Wow.
But you stand there with the new vestige.
Woo!
And I think Gak will just kind of look at the group. And he'll go,
You know, guys, we're meant to be doing this.
I agree, Gak.
I just wanted to say that.
I'm very proud of you, Gak. This was a very good moment for you today. And you should be proud of you, too.
Thank you.
I don't want to be that person. He looks over the edge. We're like really high up. How do we get back to our ship?
Port glass.
I could turn into a bird, and then I could fly everyone down.
I mean, I can teleport, but we all like
We can
jumped
probably
one
just
time.
port glass.
We could do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's port glass.
The port glass is used. All of you appear back onto the wave dancer, and then Dio goes, "All right, everyone off the ship so we can push it off of the sand."
And
Actually, as he says that, he looks towards Gideon. Actually, Gideon, could you just push us off the sand?
Sorry, I can't do that, Dio.
I thought so.
Hey, Gideon, do you think maybe you could help push us off the sand with your magic?
I'll do the best I can, Ryan.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god.
You just have to ask nicely, Dio.
I thought I did.
Gideon's a sensitive man.
Apparently.
You shouldn't have stabbed Gideon. That's all I'm saying.
I did. Is this what this? He looks towards Gideon. Is this what this is all about? Is this why you've been treating me like this? I'm your friend. I thought I was your friend. I didn't mean to stab you, Gideon. You walked out of a spaceship.
This has nothing to do with that, Dio.
What is the problem? I'll be below deck. And he just walks down. Gideon used telekinesis.
Yep, sure do.
Bro.
The ship back into the water.
Strange little man.
Okay. You have your 5th vestige, with one more to go. The ring of Sehanin. So, all of you make your way towards your various stations and set sail from the Rainbow Isle. There's many days of travel ahead of you. Is the last known place is in Port Redcay. About almost 2 days worth of journey. Now, later on in the day, Dio does bring everyone together again to start navigating. There are 2 routes. He doesn't look towards Gideon at all.
It's working.
As he looks towards everyone and says, "All right. So we could choose the most southwestern side and travel across near Fort Casanova. We could take a little bit of a stop, grab some ale, grab some supplies, and take a breather. Or we could go around, which might save us a little bit of time. We won't be able to dock at the fort as, well, it's a little bit out of the way. What do you want to do?"
What do we know about the fort or port? What this place? What do we know about that? If anything,
I'd
Or what
say
does Dio
very
know?
little about it. If you, Dio knows that it is one of the biggest port cities in the archipelago,
Mhm.
and cities is used loosely. in the archipelago, as it is within the past 50 or so years these things have been built. There are two large ports. Freeport, which is the biggest port because it was the first port, and then Port Red Cay was shortly after. So it's an amalgamation of pirates, amalgamation of merchants, and a lot of trade goes in and out of there. It is not. It's basically Tortuga from Pirates of the Caribbean, but
Well,
like a little bit nicer. It's not as grimy and dirty.
For sure. I mean, we did supply up before we left, initially, and I just feel like in the effort of saving time, we should probably just head straight there, right?
It's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yep. It is a day and a half's travel. Only because on the map it shows a day, but you will have to slow down as you travel between the Great Jungle and Casanova. And around this section, there's also more reefs. But if you all want to go that way, you set sail and start heading in this direction. So, as you start to sail off towards Port Red Cay, is there anything anybody would like to do as the sun starts to set? Or just taking normal watches?
I might have something. I'm just checking something real quick.
I don't have anything specifically.
No.
Yeah, we'll make this interesting. I got some.
Okay.
Gideon's gonna go find Dio.
Okay. You see that he is kind of downstairs in his room. The door is open. He's kind of laying in his hammock, kind of swaying back and forth.
Gideon knocks on the door and doesn't enter.
Come in.
Gideon steps in, trying to sleep.
Yes. It's a little bit difficult, but big deal. Just excited. We've accomplished such a large thing today.
What did you take away from what happened today?
I feel with you, Gideon, there's no specific answer, but you're looking for a specific answer. I'd say that I'm surrounded by near gods at this point. I've just, like I told Enid, I've been watching a lot more than talking. And granted, I have talked quite a bit over the past couple days. I saw that what's coming for us is not as scary as I thought it was. I saw hope.
It's a fine answer.
Did I pass the test?
There is no test.
You know, Gideon, I am very, very sorry that I stabbed you.
I know.
All right. What? What do you want then? Why?
I want to know what you want.
I've thought wanted a lot of things. Riches, money, my own crew, my own ship. After Aeldin. After Braxicor. I just want to live. In the sense of traveling and being with friends and going on adventures. This is exactly what I've wanted. Life's too short. And I've been given way too many chances.
You want to know why I'm hard on you? I can answer that if you're ready for a difficult conversation.
Well, there's nowhere I can really go.
I could not say anything if you'd prefer.
I'd prefer you did.
Very well. You frustrate me, Dio.
Yes, it's not the first time I've heard that.
You frustrate me because you have talent.
That might be the first time I've heard that.
I see how you move your eyes. You have skills that not everyone has. There are things that you can do far better than I, even with all of my gifts and spells and magic. I'm frustrated with you because after everything that I know you've seen and everything you've been through, you're capable of a lot more than just surviving.
Thank you.
You could really do things, Dio. If that's what you wanted. And that's where my frustration kicks in. You don't want it.
Wow. You're right. This is a hard conversation.
I told you we didn't have to have it.
No, but I'm glad we are. I think that I'm just now figuring out what I want. And most of my life, I've been chasing dreams. But dreams imparted on me from my past experiences, they were not mine. I think now I'm truly figuring out exactly what I want to do.
For what it's worth, I was a lot like you once. All I wanted was things that I thought I wanted: money, power, influence. Things that I thought would make me happy, but I didn't really have a goal in mind. They were things that would make me feel more powerful, that would make me feel safer than I was, but it was all self-serving. What I wanted. It took a lot for me to get to where I am today, but I'm happier moving in this direction, even though I've had to start over what feels like 20 times.
That
At least
has
you don't
been
need...
most.
No, go ahead.
That has been a lot of my life. A lot of what I've tried to do.
It took me getting disintegrated by a vampire lord before I started figuring things out, so at least you got that going for you.
Yes, I did not get disintegrated. Sorry about that.
Things worked out well enough.
I'm glad that you were brought back.
As am I. I think it was dying that made me realize I really didn't have much to show for how much life I'd lived up to that point.
Well, you have plenty to show now.
Yes, I have no desire or any intuition that I'm going to die, but if I did, I'd be much happier this time around. I mean, I'd still be upset because I'd be dead, but you get what I mean.
I do. I think that when I have a chance, I think I do want the ship and the crew. I do want to talk to Rian because I think what I want to do is... He has that company. Order of the Lotus, was it?
Yep. That'd be it.
They're on land. But what if they're also on the sea?
Even just having someone who can help them get from place to place. We've seen how dangerous the sea can be, Kraken or not.
I think I just want to help the world. And I cannot help the world in the way all of you are, but I have my expertise.
I think you're capable of more than you realize, Dio. None of us thought that this would be where we ended up. Don't limit yourself.
Thank you, Gideon.
I'm sorry I was hard on you, but...
It was warranted.
I think I was more mad at the parts of me I saw in you. And you can ask everyone here, I'm very hard on myself.
I know. I've been observing a lot, remember?
That you do.
I've also noticed that it's what keeps you sharp.
I just want to make sure we all get out of this.
And with you around, I know we will.
Next time you, man the helm, I'd be happy to help you navigate if you'd like.
If Gak will let me. He's become very fond of the helm.
Yes, he has. But even he's got to sleep eventually.
That is true. As long as we don't make sure our watches are not at the same time.
But speaking of sleep, I know you need to get some yourself, so I need not keep you.
Well, I appreciate it. Good night, Gideon.
Gideon will extend a hand.
And almost immediately, Theo clasps.
We good?
Are we?
I asked you.
I am.
Then we're good.
Then we are good.
Shake.
Good night.
Gideon will excuse himself.
So, as the night continues on, where is it? Rian. As you're on Night's Watch, who would be on Night's Watch with Rian?
I can do it if no one else is up for it.
Okay.
Me. No one else wanted to. So you get me.
Oh, Joe. Oh, oh.
Rian, as you were kind of just sitting near the bow of the ship, just kind of looking off into the ocean, you hear footfalls from behind you. You hear, "Do you have a minute?"
And he'll kind of look to Enid. Do you mind if I excuse myself?
No, go for it. I'll keep watch.
All right. Yeah, sure, of course.
I'll have him back shortly.
No worries. She's like flipping a dagger, doing like the rogue thing, you know, leaning on the edge of the boat.
So, I've been thinking a little bit, just kind of looking and observing everyone recently. Can I ask you more about this order? Order of the Lotus.
Huh. Well, it's supposed to be a secret order, but sure.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
You better not. It's a secret. All right, good.
How many are there?
Well, last I had known, there weren't that many. I think 10 or 15. We lost a couple when Braxicor attacked.
I'm sorry. How many?
As far as I know, only 2, but we're a small group. That's, for any sized group, that's enough of a loss to warrant some mourning. But the numbers grow every time I hear from my sister. So it's growing. Why do you ask?
I don't have the abilities and powers and capabilities that all of you do. But it's taking me a while to figure this out, but I want to help others rather than myself, for a change. And I want to help with the rifts. I want to help in any way I can. If at all possible. I just didn't know if I was Order of the Lotus material, so I figured I'd, talk to you.
You know, Dio, I don't think that we've ever had a conversation like this, so... And I don't think that you know too much about me. So, for just a bit of context. Before I found Yrsa, and by that extension the group, I was a criminal. I was piss drunk every night, hoping that a death would find me quick. I could barely hold a sword, let alone use it properly. I mean, I was pathetic, honestly.
You?
I was?
You, Rian Alvain.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the very same. Yeah.
That is very hard to...
I know.
grasp my brain around.
I know, but the people I surrounded myself with changed me for the better. No longer was I Rian the drunkard, I was Rian the hero. slayer of dragons, knight of Eildon, and servant to the queen, and founder of an order that its job is to help people. Never devalue yourself like that, Dio. You have skills, real, admirable talents that I could never do. I mean, you need to tell me exactly what to do on this ship for me to have any clue on what ropes I'm supposed to pull and where they're supposed to go. I mean, just yesterday we almost hit a reef because I couldn't remember. You're the one who saved us. Not me, Rianne with the plate armor of Paylord. No, Dio. Dio the sea captain.
It's nice to hear those things. To hear that in my short span of a life, I've gained some sort of mastery of something.
So when you ask me, are you Order of the Lotus material? No. No, is the Order of the Lotus good for Dio? And if it is, then we'd be happy to have someone like you among our ranks. I'd be honored. Truthfully.
Well, if you would have me, I would gladly accept. I would have to probably... There's some sort of command, right? There's...
Yes, yes. You would need to train, and you would need to be tried before you're fully accepted into the order, so prepare yourself for that. It's not easy. And, in fact, if you start your training after all is said and done, then I'll be the one doing your training, and, well, you can ask Enid. It's not fun.
I've seen some of the training. It does not seem fun at all.
No. No, but it's worth it, I promise. I don't think Enid sees that now, but I'm sure in the future she will. Right now she still doesn't understand why, but she's young, you know. And you're young? How old are you again?
I'd give or take 26.
Oh my God, you're young.
Did you think I was older?
I suppose so. You've accomplished so much already in your life. I thought that you'd be older. That's impressive.
Well, Tabaxi do mature a lot quicker than others.
Yeah, of course.
Technically, I've been a full-grown adult since then.
Really? It's so interesting. But regardless,
right.
You are welcome to join the Order of the Lotus, provided you pass those tests.
And those tests would be with you or Sayori?
Well, it just depends. If after we finish up here, you head to Hombafort, probably we with Sayori and Elias. If you wait until all's said and done, then it'll be with me.
Is that where they are now?
They are.
In Hombafort?
Yes. It's a mercenary company is the front for it all. The Eastern Winds Trading Company. So, consider it, because one thing that I think would be a very good idea is to broaden our horizons. Not just on land, but on sea too. So who knows? If you show some prowess, you could find yourself rising to a commanding officer position. Your own ship, your own crew.
That would be nice.
But it does.
You know, just to put it out there, I know it's kind of, hurting a little, but it is nice armor.
It is nice.
Enid,
Yes, God.
You notice something out of the corner of your eye. And you double take. Walking up from below the deck is Dio.
Oh.
And Rian, as Dio, has his hand on your arm where he goes, "It is very nice armor." And you see immediately the fur turn to black, the eyes turn red, a very familiar creature. And you just see in front of you, you hear, "I'm going to enjoy this so fucking much." And you see the dagger start to plunge towards your throat. Enid, you see this at the exact same time.
Wait.
And
So I'm seeing this happen while Dio's walking up from downstairs?
You see Rian is talking to Dio, but Dio is now walking upstairs. There are two Dios.
Holy
but
shit. Can
the
I
Dio,
react? Is that what you said? Sorry, I'm talking.
You have a reaction, but Dio sees this, and you do see this creature in front.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you hear Dio, "Brienne!" And he jumps towards Morgrim and stabs Morgrim in the back. And Morgrim turns around.
Where does my reaction happen?
His hand completely flipped. "Stupid idiot." And just stabs behind and stabs Dio. This is your reaction now.
Enid's?
My
Enid's.
reaction? Okay. Is Dio looking... Does that look like fatal blow?
It is a dagger about this long that was stabbed directly into his side, through the ribs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is my reaction allowed to be an action, or does it have to be a reaction?
You can do an action.
Okay. Let me just look here. Sorry.
I do also have Sentinel. So I do get an attack because he attacked my boy.
Okay. Okay. Rian, if you want to do the attacking, I think Enid would, just because it's Dio and he's level 5.
You do see as Morgrim pulls the dagger out, a spurt of blood as mid-reaction, Enid. You see Dio immediately, his grip just goes limp as he just falls onto the ground.
Okay. Enid, as she's running over, uses healing word. And then I think she would, I mean, he's on the ground, and like she's gonna interpose her body, kind of like holding like her back to the creature, and like protective like stance, holding Dio as she's like then cast healing word on him, so he gets 5 healing.
As you cast healing word, you do notice it does not take full effect. It does take some effect. Enid, as you look towards the wound, it almost resembles what you saw when Braxicor used his breath weapon on people.
No, okay, she's not strong enough cleric-wise for this.
But
she's gonna need to
as you cast healing word, Morgrim doubles the dagger around and goes to stab towards Rian. But Rian, you have a reaction.
Yep.
Action.
Yep. As I get that, I will. That'll proc Sentinel, and I'm gonna take a swang at him.
Okay.
With the sword, please hit. Christ Almighty, please hit.
I know these guys are hard to hit,
25.
if I remember correctly.
Oh shit. My bad. That does it. Sorry.
Okay. Rian feels deceived. He feels bamboozled. He feels hoodwinked. All right? So I'm gonna pour all of my wrath and malice and so many abilities into this fucking strike to smite this motherfucker, cause Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay.
Not a natural 20. That's less fun, but that's okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. He's considered a fiend, is he not?
Correct.
The Rakshasha's magical ability, because I'm pretty sure I was able to smite him before, it's just spells, right? It's not features that use spell slots that he's unaffected by?
It's correct. It is spells lower than a certain level.
Okay.
Do not affect him.
Perfect. So I'm going to smite at 3rd level, which I believe then is 5d8 extra. Because it's 2d8 at 1st level, 3d8, 4d8, and then 5d8 because he's a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
So 5d8. I'm going to roll this manually in the thing. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this fast because I know this is an intense moment, but sorry, I'm the math
No,
character.
no, you're good. I'm thinking like I'm trying
Okay.
I'm doing the math meme where I'm like,
Okay, then I'm going to activate since he's, I'm going to take your armor. No, bitch, you're about to get smit by the armor. And I'm going to activate the Radiant Smite ability. When I hit a creature with a melee attack, you can cause the attack to deal an additional 48 radiant damage. If the target is undead or a fiend, it takes an extra 48 for an additional 8d8 damage. So
Yeah, so again, as the smite from the armor, you watch the armor glow white hot, and then this like wrapping of sun and light around your arm pours into the blade, and the blade, I mean, basically turns into a lightsaber at this point. As you this gargantuan blast of radiant energy hits this creature. Continue rolling. I know you have more stuff, but Enid, you watch Brienne use the armor for the first time.
and
That's
then
cool.
I will.
Get it. Let's go.
I'm gonna do a couple more things. I'm going to use my sword, its new exalted feature, Dragon's Breath. I'm gonna expend 3 charges to cause 3 bolts of lightning to shoot from the sword. These bolts can target up to 3 different creatures or the same creature multiple times, and each lightning bolt deals 3d10 lightning damage, and he needs to make a DC 18 dex saving throw for each one.
Okay. Roll the dice, because I know you're going to want to roll all these dice to see what the actual damage is.
I'll have to roll these separately because each one is its own saving throw. It's not one.
Okay, so roll your initial damage dice.
Okay, so 14d8 plus 11. 69, nice. Okay. And then on that also, I will activate the Fire Rune. No, wait, I don't have that anymore. Never mind. Oh, I forgot I got rid of it for that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then the 3d10 all separately. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that last one's comical. That second one is crazy, though. Holy shit. Okay. So then those are all DC 18 dex saving throws.
The Rakshasa, Morgrim, does succeed on 2 of them, fails on 1.
Okay, so I'm assuming he fails the last one.
No. Let me see. Succeed, fail, succeed.
Succeed. Oh, the max damage almost. Nice. Okay, so that would be 25 halved is 12. 8 halved is 4. 16 plus 28 is a number greater than both of those. 30 plus 8 plus 6. 14. 44 plus 69.
113.
113. Boom, that's the damage.
Okay. Enid, you watch Rian go into a fury of strikes. Strike. It was one sword attack. Never mind. This blast of energy. Everyone below deck hears this. Almost like an explosion above deck. Enid, you're having to grab Dio and cover him as it hits the Rakshasa.
It's not up anymore, the Rakshasa? Sorry.
Rian,
I just waited.
You see in front of you the entirety of one side of this Rakshasa is disintegrated. You can see the bone and flesh underneath. Just one side, you see this large smile.
Thanks for the information.
As the Rakshasa disappears, everyone comes running up to the top of the deck. Rian, you look down and you see Dio is alive. 2 HP. This decay starting to spread across his body. You can see it, Enid.
Yeah, as she... I think her reaction at knowing that people are running up, she's gonna put her second spell slot of Healing Word in him just to give him a little bit more time, knowing it's not really going anywhere, but still. So 6 healing, and then she's gonna scream for Basil, just so Basil knows that it's cleric time, baby.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as she hears all of the commotion, she would be running upstairs.
Yeah, as you're running upstairs, Dio, kind of gasping, just...
Rian, are you okay?
Dio, I'm fine. I'm fine. You shouldn't have jumped in there like that.
Basil rushes over to Dio and starts healing him. I don't know what he needs exactly, like would a cure wound suffice,
Do you have... Sorry, this is meta. I didn't mean to step in, but do you have, like, remove curse or, like, greater restoration at all? Also, it's nighttime, so could she prepare something?
I do have greater restoration.
I would try that over healing, because this thing is what you saw, you know, in the forest from Braxicor, so it's not gonna... Regular healing won't fix it. Sorry, and
I'll
Nick
try...
He has a thing.
Go, Nick.
Oh yeah, did everyone hear what was going on? Like,
Yeah, everyone, I'm saying everyone has rushed up. There was a large explosion on the top of the deck, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
I think once Gak is up, he's immediately gonna run over to Dio. And he's not even gonna ask any questions or say anything, but he's going to use his Heart of Ioun, and he's going to cast Legend Lore on the like infection spready thing, so we can learn some secret information, something about how to help cure this.
Yeah, as you kind of run over to Dio and you cast Greater Restoration, Basil. Dio just kind of staring up a little bit, just I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Apologize.
And you notice a Greater Restoration does not take effect.
Fuck.
Oh, actually, no. Wait, hold on.
Wait. No takesies backsies, John. You said, well, actually.
Gak, your legend lore tells you that this is a curse. This is a curse of abyssal decay. It is slightly like the Embraxicor one, quicker and more effective. It is imbued in very few weapons that are made inside of the abyss. Specifically imbued with the essence of Zuckmoy, the demon princess of decay, who you did run into one of her artifacts, the eyeball, in the mind flares. It is a curse. Greater Restoration says one effect that charmed or petrified the target, one curse, including the target's attuned to a cursed magic item. Okay. It says one curse. Basil, as you run over and cast Greater Restoration, you see the tendrils have already started to make their way up towards Dio's neck, and you see like his face starts to almost turn skeletal, like it is draining the essence out of him. And as you cast Remove Curse, and you see Dio's eyes start to shut, you watch the tendrils, almost in fear, like light hitting a shadow, they immediately start to dissipate and work their way back towards where the wound is. And you just hear a
You're okay. You're okay.
Thank you.
You don't need to thank me.
If it's okay with all of you, I'm going to go to sleep.
and he passes out.
Oh, Basil would cast like additional cure wounds on top of it, just to help with the healing of his body as a whole.
So you all stand around a cured Dio, looking around at each other. Rian, you look towards Dio and his wound. You see the almost like explosion spot of where Morgrim was. Enid, you saw the Rakshasa as well, but everyone else does not know exactly what happened. But you know that two of you know you were visited by an agent of Demogorgon. And Rian, unfortunately, you gave quite a bit of information about the Order of the Lotus. As all of you look amongst each other as the boat sails towards Port Redcay, the final vestige. Shock. Trying to take everything in that just happened. That is where we're going to end tonight's session.
I'd just like to agree with Kayla's comment in the chat. That is rude.
Retweet.
I apologize.
No, I do agree with that.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
I'll
Good.
agree with you.
Good concurrence all around. Very good. John, take it back.
Thank you for watching the Tales of Evrand. Catch us next week. Catch us Saturdays for the Isles of Iverion, and Tuesday for the Salamander Coast. Wait, no, never mind. And then next weekend, the 20th of July, for the super secret, awesome, not super secret, super special, awesome,
Super
amazing
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan episode.
Yeah, exactly what John said. Thanks for watching. Bye.